thanks to that redemption, we're gonna go ahead and go voice live now. Go ahead, Molly.
Hi guys.
Tell everyone something nice about yourself.
I like to think that I'm a very loving person. That
Say it with your chest.
Wait, no, there's no point saying it with my chest.
Oh my gosh.
But like, out of all my friend groups and such, I believe I was the one that stated, "Hey, let's just start saying we love each other all the damn time when we feel like it, because I don't want to go through life without telling everybody I love them." So I'd like to think I'm a loving person.
I would agree with that.
I just don't see it. I don't know. No.
Now just say it with more confidence.
That's as confident as I can get.
Come out and be like, nah,
No.
I'm loving as fuck. Nobody is as loving as me. And I'm humble too, bitch.
Probably don't need the bitch on the end.
I may be the most
whatever.
humble person in the whole world.
You think you're more humble than me? Step up. Face superiority. And realize you are lacking. I love you.
With those two very contradictory statements,
Speaking of superiority, I saw this post on Reddit. Was if you ever get kidnapped by a Mexican cartel, tell one of the cartel members that Goku would be disappointed in him.
Man, I don't know. Man.
And
He's pretty fucking huge in Mexico. You might be right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it's like that's when you find out that he's a Frieza stan.
Like,
It's like, oh,
those
fuck.
exist?
Yeah. I don't know.
I bet they do.
It was the
especially
superiority
since it's super.
Thing that made me remember that.
Yeah, Super is a little bit different. But even still, man, I don't know.
Oh shoot! I didn't mean to do that.
You pinned it.
I didn't mean to do that.
Wow. So humble.
Wow.
There.
You don't tell I'm wearing pants?
no,
No
sir, I
reason.
cannot.
There we go.
Okay,
First
cool.
of all, we're not like face live.
Well, yeah.
Oh, well,
you
well,
tell
hang on.
I'm wearing pants because I actually am, because it's kind of cold in here.
No one ever knows if you're wearing pants on.
Usually I'm wearing shorts, so
Like,
that's
you can
why
get away
it's the
with
difference.
Not doing it. It's just, there's a gamble there.
I ain't gonna risk it.
I always
Me
wear
neither.
pants because this chair gets cold.
Yeah, it's also just cold outside.
In general,
and
yeah.
Everywhere. So
I hope everybody put on their faucets, like I said last time.
I put
Yes,
on
I wore mine all day.
I put on shorts to go outside the other day because I was wearing sweatpants inside, and I said the words, I need to put on outside people clothes. So I put on shorts because I don't own pants. And I went outside to go, to a store.
yeah, no, I have to keep going outside whenever my dog goes outside because he's been just finding things that didn't exist to eat while he's out there. I swear they spawn in the instant the back door opens. They just spawn into the yard. And they're mysterious eldritch goops that I don't want him eating, so I have to go and watch him now.
Ah, that sucks.
Yeah, I do not need him getting another stomach infection. That's...
Absolutely not.
Hell no.
Hell no.
I was smart and I took the trash cans down earlier today when the sun was out, so I
That's
don't
a
have to
good
go later after we're done with this and go, man, it's cold outside.
Oh, we had to buy new trash cans because of the wind last week.
Oh, damn.
And
Do you not
Did the
have
city make you pay for them?
yeah, because there are trash cans. Our
That's
city does
wild.
not supply trash cans themselves.
OKC is not cool about that shit at all.
Oh, that's wild.
Well, it might be specifically War Acres.
Yeah, I
honestly.
think
Start
that's why. Because
putting
my
the
mom
fucking
has
air
OKC
tag.
trash, and she has 2 cans. She just had to pay
You have to pay extra for a second one.
for a second can.
Uh,
Yeah,
I thought it was the
not that
other.
much.
I thought it was the stepmom that had it.
No, she did too. My mom did
Two
too.
can.
2 can. That was a parrot. That was a cockatoo, but
Yeah, it was a...
Oh,
Different.
no, the same thing. In Tulsa, you had to pay extra for a second can.
wow.
Same in Bethany.
Yeah.
Out in Upala, you just gotta steal a oil barrel and cut up another hole in it. That's what you gotta do there.
Well,
Yeah, because you.
I
burn
mean,
your
we'd have to
trash.
find them. The wind either blew them away really far or someone stole them.
It could have been either.
Well, I got one of
That's
them
what
new
I was saying,
hard shell
LA,
sleeping
same in
bags.
Bethany, when I lived in Bethany.
Our
Except,
chill sleeping
Bethany's-
bag. Is that what you
Bethany's
called it?
recycling bins.
It's a stinky sleeping bag, my dude.
Keeps the
I
wind
say
out.
that though. I slept in a canoe for 3 days, so mine.
Ah, yes. Yeah, I'm one of the convertible models.
Yeah, had a tarp that I
Hey,
usually like.
Ellie, help me out real quick. I can't hear myself, so I don't know if my voice comes through when these loud motherfuckers talk over me. Can you fill me in? How does it sound when we talk at the same time?
That sounds awful.
Him and I are just gonna have a conversation the whole time. It's fine.
Yeah. When I play with my fake gold coins. Oh yeah. Hey, I thought we had a timer on that.
Yeah, I waited. I waited.
We
I
did
kept
have a timer.
reviewing it. I found a way to drag down, bitch.
Wow, how positive. All right, Panda, say something nice about yourself.
I eyeballed a 10mm socket the other day. Yesterday, I mean yesterday, because I looked at I had to change my battery. I told you all this earlier, and I looked at the bolts holding on. I was like, that looks like 10 mil. And I grabbed the 10mm right on there, like, and then it dropped into the engine bay.
I was gonna say, I'm more
10mm
impressed
socket.
that you found a 10mm. Was what I was gonna say.
It's gone. It disappeared. It lasted long enough for me to take off my battery.
Oh.
I had to put it back on with a crescent wrench. Which is
You
not
lost
near
the
enough
socket.
room. Yeah, it fell into the engine bay and disappeared because it's 10mm.
It's gone for
No.
So is the positive thing you?
No, I'll
You're
be serious.
knowledgeable?
No. I think I've said this before, but it hurts to be mean, and I was trying very hard to be nice to people today, and they weren't really having it. It's like, please, don't make me be mean. Like, I already got to do this job. Like, let me be nice during my job. I don't want to be mean. So, I love giving everybody the benefit of the doubt and everybody a chance.
Yeah.
Yep. Can confirm.
I have no idea if that actually carried, but
Panda likes to be nice.
I've re-kajiggered the limitations on positivities for
What?
the stream. Yep.
What's the
Go
new-
ahead and-
what's
go
the-
ahead and extend those out a bit.
Yeah.
There we go. They're longer. There's a much longer cooldown. Because I realized that, like, as they were just at like 5 minutes. I'm like, dude, by the time we finish one, another one can get redeemed, which
Oh,
will
yeah.
just derail the whole everything.
Don't
Yeah,
worry,
that's
mass
fair.
positively still positively.
Positive.
Panda can word.
Larlaps.
Not very good, but he can word. Been a long day. I did get a phone call today from a spam phone call, and I answered it. I was, Protective Services Security. When I help you, and they went, I think I have the wrong phone number. I was like, God damn it. Security phone. You called basically discount cop. Be afraid.
should we?
Let's go face live. We're
Yeah, at least that.
yeah, we're still on now. Now we're face live. There we go.
Hi everybody.
Hello, folks. Don't mind the microphone. It's new here. It's the same mic. I moved it. So
Yep.
I mind the microphone.
I gotta get rid of these coins because I'm gonna be playing with them full fresh. Oh my god.
Yeah, they're making shaka noises too.
I love them.
Damn it.
Have I showed you all my new water bowl?
No.
It's on
I
screen.
don't recall.
Is it a collapsible one?
Yeah, it's a.
Yeah. Okay.
What is
Yeah.
that?
It
That's,
collapses.
that's cool.
That's
I
fine.
like this.
Also comes out. Yeah.
That makes
Oh,
me
it's-
feel sick.
What's funny when you drink out of it, it does like do this a lot. If it's but yeah.
Okay.
This one's grayscale. They had a rainbow one and this one, and I did not choose the rainbow one out of like, oh, it's rainbow, I don't want it, but because I like.
Oh, we gotta give some affection to Patrick.
Why? Oh, god damn it.
Yep.
Uh,
I think
we
Patrick
still need to
is
make
a
the
pro at
work.
moving his microphone.
God.
That made I wish we could sound with that noise. No, I tell you what, dude. I've been thinking about both of our games that I'm in. like all week, trying to figure out like, man, what am I gonna do next? You know, like how am I gonna raise these kids in this one?
How do I reach
Oh
these
my God.
kids?
Yeah. And then Thursdays, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on Thursdays.
That's a whole thing.
So, master storyteller, that makes me... If it's a book, I wanted to keep reading, basically.
Thank you. Stay.
Molly, do you want to go next? Or you want me to go next?
Sure. So I love how easy it is to get gifts for you, Patrick. Like, well, just the fact that me or Mom could pass by something and we'd be like, "Hey, Patrick might like that," and we can just send you like a picture or something like, "Hey, what'd you think? What would you think of this?" And you'd be like, "Yeah, that's cool," or not. It's so easy to think up of a thing that, and usually when we do that for you, it's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I do like this, thanks." I love being able to get a gift for you because one, you appreciate it, two, it's so easy to just look at something and think of you. Like, oh, that's a Patrick gift.
Good. I would not know how to gift for me, so I'm glad you guys do. I know what I want, but it's like if I was to be like, I'm gonna get myself a present, then I would suddenly blank and have no idea what I
yeah,
liked.
absolutely.
Well, I will say that both of those are reasonably true, I think. So that's good. My positive thing today is going to be that, well, just like we were talking about with Harley, besides Patrick being a good dog dad, which he is a fantastic dog dad, he is also just generally a person who's willing to do things that might be uncomfortable or possibly irritating to him to help facilitate the betterment of others, like standing outside in the cold to make sure Harley doesn't eat things because he's a silly dog.
Yeah.
But there are many other examples of that in his life that he does often, and it is nice to know you have somebody you can always count on to sometimes deal with some uncomfortable stuff to help you out. It's great to have people you can count on in your life, and Patrick is always one of those people.
Oh, thanks, you guys. I feel genuinely warmed.
Good.
Oh, now I'm cold again. That didn't last long.
It was gone. It's
No,
fleeting
really,
moments.
thank you. Now, who did that? Not because I have malice toward them or anything. I'm just curious.
Ellie, of course.
I mean, who do you think? Yeah.
Can't be mean to Ellie. Not this time.
No,
Not this time. No.
this time.
This time.
Cool. Well, on that note,
Let's
the
get
fuck are
it.
we doing? Hold on. Let me bring up the screen.
We had made it to find the leader person, and we looted the harpy.
None of us play instruments.
It's true. You good, Molly?
Natural 30s. What am I? What do you mean? What am I? Oh,
Yeah, Ellie's talking about my first role in Lost Initiatives game. My first
Oh,
role
okay.
was a total of fucking 30. But, yeah. Continue.
well, I'll be honest. I didn't write any of the stuff down because one, I wasn't identifying it, and two, I didn't think Lamia would take any of it.
Notes.
Well, I
That's
wrote the things we found down.
Sweet.
And
That's
I
Thursdays.
hope that Panda did because he was the treasurer for this campaign, so but I wrote
Was
down
for
what
this
we found.
Was
Yes.
no, he was the treasurer for Thursday.
Yeah, I don't think we
There's
actually
no
elected one for this
treasurer.
one.
No, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he was. but
No,
that's fine.
there was no treasurer
Yeah,
for
for
this
sure
one.
Thursday, but I actually don't think we elected one for this one.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought we did.
Wand, mace, potion bandolier, assorted jewelry, tuning fork, handful uncut gems, nice cut sapphire spear.
I wrote down all of that stuff as well, so I got it.
There was also something that was like your cloak, or not cloak, armor.
Those are armor.
Yes.
symbols.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes. The leaf
I forgot
armor
about
as well. Yes.
And I think we were either gonna head back towards the town to get our animals, or whatever was our next plan.
Yeah, you guys were heading back to the farm, I believe, back to the Birdsag farm. The white thrush walked with the kid, whose name I don't remember off the top of my head, They take
Something.
him back to that village because they're gonna have to pass through there anyway. So you guys probably made it back there at the same time for them to like get their animals and do whatever they were gonna do. Well, you got your animals.
We still never got a
figured
name
out.
for him.
Yeah, we may not have. I don't know. Either way,
Yeah.
he's safe and sound back at the village.
Yeah.
And you guys are able to pick up your animals and head back to the Birdsag farm.
Cool.
Last session, I believe we just assumed you guys got back, were able to rest for the night, and we'll be picking up that next morning. Because we wouldn't have gotten back to the farm during like daylight. So I'm assuming it's probably gonna get there, maybe have a meal, and like some basic cleaning of yourselves, and then go the fuck to sleep. So we'll be picking up that next morning as you guys all get up and around, probably get a chance to have some breakfast and everything. I don't think
Was
we
the
really
moon out?
went over. Yes, you would have healed.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Tomorrow will be a new moon, so you won't heal.
Okay.
But the other thing. Oh god. Anyway, I don't believe we went over exactly how you guys wanted to. If you guys want to like specifically do anything with the Birdsag farm people, or like how you wanted to discuss the harpy eggs you have.
Yeah,
Any of that?
Sam was gonna have to talk to them because
Somebody.
So let's say this. Let's say we pick up, not necessarily that you guys are eating breakfast, but you're awake. You've grouped up, so you're together. So if you guys want to have any RP to discuss your plans for the day or what you're gonna do, like when you're gonna leave, any of that stuff, you can go over that now, and then we'll move on when you're ready.
I have made egg carriers for these eggs. That looks like I have, like they're tucked in with a robe. So I have like weird egg cleavage. No.
I just remembered, what did we do with the corpse? Because Sam had to make a thing so we could carry the corpse off.
Oh yeah. So
Did you bring that with you? You could have.
I mean,
Not.
yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, we're gonna deliver it to the White Thrush, I believe, is what the plan was.
Okay. They could have taken it with
Because
them.
they were.
If you,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So they just took it with
Yeah,
them.
eat that Orby. Yeah.
And Snell pulls up.
You get to keep whatever gear and all that stuff. They're not asking for any of that. But cool. Oh, you guys also found a note on the harpy. Did
Yeah.
you take note of that?
Yep, I did.
Yeah,
Okay.
Isragora signed on a harpy's letter, but nobody could read it.
Well, no, there's one that says one of the scrolls is written that we can see, and it says, "We need magic blood. The new ritual is nearly out of time. We will chase these usurpers out of our rightful home." And that one has a weird mark on it and is signed Isgoria. But the
Okay.
other two were in a language we can't read.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because there's 3 notes in total, or 3 written things. They might not all be notes. They could be something
Yeah.
else. We don't know. But,
Right.
They're all
Yeah.
written as scrolls, basically, but yeah. Cool. Just wanted to double check. So you got that. Sorry. Back to you guys. You're in your cabin, whatever. Sam has his egg cleavage carrier. Sherlhawk, even though he's a bird and you can't really read his expressions, you kind of get the sense that he's a little confused.
Sam, I'll hold the eggs. Can you get my breakfast, please, or my meal for the day?
That was a very
Yeah.
Not to be that guy. Hold on. Not to be that guy, but I'll hold the eggs.
I think I trust him. I think I trust him a little bit more.
In
No
the
offense.
statement of, "Can you get my breakfast? Also give me eggs." Like,
Yeah.
it seems like the thing that you're trying to make breakfast with.
I know you guys are saying this as a joke, but it's not funny to me.
No, I was being a little serious. I'm gonna hold the eggs.
Getting all mother hen over here. I really don't like it when you like reach up under them, grab the eggs. You want to kind of coax them off of them when you take them. Yeah. Am I hunting for your food, or do we have food? I don't remember.
You can go hunting. Your family does have raw meat. Like, you just got to get to them before they cook it.
Just like, yeah, time to make bacon for the day. 1, 2, 3. Time to pull off the bacon pieces. 1, 2. Just like off the grill.
Like, hasn't even touched the skillet yet.
Yeah, I'm going to. I feel like doing some hunting. I need to do some survival rolls because I voted for myself to roll ones.
Okay. So, yeah.
The strat.
If you're trying to, we'll roll for it if you're not trying to spend like all fucking day doing this. So,
I do have that animal trap as well, so I could set one of those out.
Okay.
Yeah, small, medium animal trap.
Okay.
Because that makes sense. Awesome. I think it's small to medium.
For small and medium creatures, yeah.
Yeah. One of them small mediums.
Small medium.
Not
yeah.
like one of those medium larges.
One sec.
Today's stream is brought to you by
God damn it.
Molly's Pokemon Blanket. Keeps you warm and toasty.
Don't say that. Nintendo may actually sue.
Man, yeah, it's hard to say with them.
Look, even Mickey Mouse got his. All right. It's gonna become
Steamboat Willie version.
Yeah, that's
there's
true.
not any rules on how to set the DC for the trap. Yada yada yada. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we'll say you set the traps out, but otherwise you're gonna go actually hunt for something now. You'll probably come check the traps later.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give me a survival check.
That'd be if it's on a forest 24.
So 24. I was saying, yeah, this would be you'd be going out into the woods. You're obviously not going to hunt just on the farm ground like the crops and shit.
I could probably catch a bunch of
Like
grub worms in the planter.
Bugs. Yeah, you could absolutely do that, but I know you're hunting specifically for like red meat and stuff like that. So okay, 22 is plenty enough to provide for a medium creature. It's actually enough to provide for 2 medium creatures. Now, granted, that is assuming that there are like other victuals mixed in, like nuts and fruits and other things you can find. But we'll say with that roll, you can get enough for Lamia to eat for the day. Okay. So it's gonna, it takes a little bit of time.
Rabbit.
My chicken still has not been eaten. That chicken is slowly getting fatter in the cage.
Yeah.
I mean, good.
Yeah, I agree. It's Excel Saga it.
So while Sam's off hunting, is there anything else you guys discuss, or do you just kind of like go about your morning routine and wait for him? It's gonna take an hour or two, right? But
what do you think about the harpy's eggs, Eli?
I mean, they're eggs. I don't know what to think about them. It's not really my what's the word I want? Prerogative to worry about what Sam does with these eggs. Although I suppose it's an interesting prospect to see if he can do something a little different than what's been done before. But yeah.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah, I'm a very live and let live kind of person. You just kind of do what you're going to do. As long as I don't get eaten by them, I think they're fine.
If that's how they work. You're male, so they wouldn't necessarily eat you right away, right?
No, they probably eat me after. Yeah. So
it sort of
eventually,
what mood they're in, really.
All right. I also don't want to be baby food, because that's the other thing. After you get used, then you get turned into baby food. Animals in general have really weird ways of feeding things to their kids. I imagine harpies are not too dissimilar.
Well, they have like more humanoid mouths, so I don't know if they really do the whole regurgitating thing, but like really, you're dead at that point, so you don't have to worry about it. Assuming you don't, like, linger around as a ghost and have to, like, watch that happen. I wonder if a ghost can go from being a regular ghost to being, like, really mad and turning into a poltergeist afterwards, or do you have to die really mad? And then, like, you know?
You know, that's also an interesting academic question that I feel like would probably lead to unethical sources of study, but something I still want to know the answer to.
Lamia shrugs, and I'm pretty sure if you have knowledge religion, you could figure that out.
Could, potentially, but that may just not be a thing that was studied, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. Fair enough.
There's always little nuances that you're not necessarily going to just get with a knowledge check. Because we got to leave something to play for, right?
Sure.
But anyway, okay, so you guys just have some small talk. Sam, you'll come back with a couple of rabbits, probably.
Is that just on me?
No, my audio's
The music,
roboting too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was ready to-
Roboting.
We are?
You are.
The
Really?
music's roboting.
Well, also your voice does it occasionally. I think because the music input's from the same place.
That's weird. We're not dropping frames or anything.
Yeah. It's just the music and your audio. But everybody else's audio is fine. Nope, now it's normal.
Oh. Yeah, now it's normal.
It's weird.
It's better? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, well, cool. We'll take that. Hopefully that doesn't come through on stream, but I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
Cool. Sam, you get back.
No one
got some
commented.
rabbits. So the other thing with like him bringing you these rabbits, like, Sam, are you like field dressing these, or do you just kill them and bring them back since you're not very far?
I tuba toothpaste them.
Okay. So you're getting like all the guts and everything out.
Yeah. That goes out to nature. That's the crows and vultures and other small animals.
I forgot to check that
carnivorous.
before. That's still a good enough check for that, but it does increase the DC a bit because that is technically less sustenance for her for eating exclusively the meat. If she's not getting organs and like liver, heart, that kind of stuff.
No, because no bad mommy.
It doesn't have to be beating, but like, you know,
Like just intestine.
awful is food. Like people still eat that, you know.
Yeah.
Usually not from
Right there in the
rodents.
name. Awful. Yeah.
Usually not from rodents, but she's a
Listen,
special
rich
case.
people like the garbage parts of the food. All right.
Something haggis.
I was thinking of foie gras.
Any kind of sausage.
Oh, yeah.
It's the liver, so
Yeah, I mean I like liver though. They just
and caviar
I
is
don't
the
like-
eggs.
I don't like the ethics of how they get foie gras. That's the fucked up part.
Yeah.
But
Here, have a chicken. I screamed at it for 20 minutes before we slept.
right.
I mean,
Like,
I don't feel qualified
tastes
to have a discussion about this as a vegetarian, but you know,
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of general practices of how people get any of the food. So whatever.
every morning for 10
Yeah,
years,
pretty
we went "Hoo-ah, hoo-ah, hoo-ah," at this deer before we slaughtered it. Yeah. What the fuck?
All right.
You can taste the terror.
God.
This
Um,
one tastes confused.
Oh man.
That confusion was sexual. I'm done eating.
Oh no.
But yeah.
Lamia eats her rabbits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you pick the bones out at least, I hope?
No.
Just unhinge your jaw and
Like a snake.
No, that.
You're not
I mean-
required to eat the bones. That would
Yeah.
possibly like the marrow. That's good.
Yeah,
but,
the
like,
marrow, absolutely, but
Yeah.
not the bone itself.
Yeah. Grinding up bones with your teeth and then just like passing that through. You don't know how that's gonna treat you. That might. Be
I don't want to experiment with that.
bad. Yeah. No one wants.
I'm gonna have to get used to that. I'm
calcified
gonna have to start feeding some herpes.
bones. Yeah.
What'd you say?
I'm gonna have to get used to hunting more if I'm gonna feed harpies.
Yeah. So, do you intend to take them with us?
No. I mean, not at
Why'd you
first.
say it like that. Okay.
So what is the plan for the eggs then?
I'm gonna build a shrine to Mr. Gaia, and that's gonna be their nest. And hopefully, just being under the presence of that nature-loving God will overwrite their nature. The nurturing of nature.
So you don't have a plan. Got it.
Will be victorious over the nature.
Well, we at least got some kind of proof that they have the capacity to worship a higher being, just from what was the scrolls of, what was it they called? Command? Or no, not command.
The Talkie Scrolls.
Yeah,
No.
the Talkie Scrolls.
But you're talking about the incense thing that they had. Actually, it's
Oh.
not scrolls. It's the whatever that the communication thing was.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. I was looking in my notes real quick. Yeah.
That stuff where they can commune with their deity. Correct.
So they could have the capacity of doing that, but without someone to teach them what it is about and such, I don't think worship comes naturally.
It'll take a while for him to hatch anyway, and by that time, I'm sure I can bribe whoever needs to be robed in the city for me to allow them in.
Are you sure it's
okay.
going to take a while?
Yeah, do you know how long the incubation on these eggs is? Because it could be next week.
Rahal just sighs.
We have a flashlight or something I can shine underneath it to see like the.
What's a flashlight?
I'll
Torch.
do what research I can to figure that out. I'm gonna need books though that we don't have here on a farm.
Man, we just don't know how far along these guys are right here.
Well, yeah,
Or
we also
gals.
don't know the incubation length of a harpy.
We know that they lay eggs.
Yeah, that's it, because we've got them. That's why we know they lay eggs. If it wasn't for that, we might not even know that.
It is a new day if you guys want her to lore master,
Oh.
but you just let me.
I mean, it takes chickens like a month,
Uh-huh.
and they're like 10 times the size of a chicken. So
But we don't know if the scale matters for the amount of time that incubation is required.
Right.
I mean, people take like
significantly
10 months, right?
Well, they're also really significantly smarter than a chicken, and most of the development of like intelligent creatures is the brain. It takes a long time. Like people give live births, and it takes how long for us to reach maturity? These are in eggs. I don't know how much they need to develop before they actually hatch, but it's got to be longer than a typical bird.
Does that mean dragons hatch real fast?
What are dragons? No, I'm joking.
Dragons are
I think we know
smart.
the myth.
You'd be the
Dragons.
most. You'd be the most
Yeah.
familiar with
Yeah.
them. Actually,
I
Sam?
think they give live birth. No,
But yeah, that is not a fact you would know, given the knowledges you have.
no.
I mean, you think they lay eggs, but you don't know how long
Yeah.
it's supposed to take. They're supposed to be nigh immortal creatures anyway, so they can take 1,000 years to hatch for all you know.
Yeah, because of like growth rates and just like population density. You gotta like hunt deer every so often because they populate like rabbits. Don't get me started on rabbits. They populate like rabbits too.
Is that so?
But you should probably still bring it up with your kin.
Family? Yeah, I know. I'm not just gonna like leave them in the barn and you have a nice surprise.
Yeah, because size doesn't mean, that they're going to take longer. And like you said, we don't know how long these eggs have been eggs. So,
Plus, I'm sure if we end up smuggling them back into the city, that's not the only illegal thing you have in your office.
Allegedly.
no comment.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Lamia just looks confused.
He's a businessman.
He's a man of business.
Yes. Is he a business?
I'm wearing a top hat. Anyways,
Sorry. Yeah. I assume we're back at the farm now,
Well,
right?
Correct,
or are we?
We've been at the farm.
Okay, we've been okay.
Yeah.
Rahola and I could take a trip in town if you need to get books, and I need to get some stuff too. So
I'll see how well it sits with them, and if they decline, we can figure something else out.
I guess I could
Oh.
go with
Um,
them and get more. What?
You actually do know a person who may know a bit about harpies, just monster lore in general. Your dad.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's all the way.
It's
I
not
never-
a short trip, but or you can.
Yeah,
ride
that's all the
another
way in
bear.
Delgi.
Yep.
Now y'all saw my family. We gotta go see yours. Oh,
You don't even know. In character,
Yeah.
Lamia has not said, "Oh yeah, my parents are right over there in Delgi."
They do know you have parents, and all
Yes.
parents are from Delgi. So no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, all parents forever.
that's that mythical
just-
land where, no matter where you go, it's uphill both ways.
They just all the men in that town they just boot up one day. They're just like sitting in a chair. They like get up. They make the dad grunt. Like, oh no, I got a kid somewhere.
It wouldn't be a boondock town if that was the case, though. I think.
At 43 years old, I was born. Born a father.
Born a father. Oh my gosh.
I didn't even want kids. How did
But
this
did you have
happen?
a face?
No, so they're gonna run to the town. I guess I'm gonna try to talk to the Burt Sags.
Okay.
Lamia, what were you gonna do?
I was thinking of running to town to buy crossbow bolts. I only have 7, so, and if I'm going to accidentally use this more than I expected to, I may as well buy more bolts.
Sucks when things aren't up close. We've both had to like get ranged weapons and like shoot at stuff.
Says
I
the man
mean-
who shot at a thing with a bow that was directly in front of him.
I mean, I was already holding it.
Eli was the one that gave me this, so
Yeah. Because you needed to hit something that was far away. And you're a much better shot than I am.
yeah, I still haven't missed, have I?
Nope.
Which is
Weird.
considerably better than I've done with that. Seeing as I think I've taken 2 shots with it and I missed one of them.
All right,
Here's our
good luck.
tank, who's really good at ranged combat. Here's our ranged combat guy. He's really good at taking hits.
Good luck with talking. Oh, I guess it did just hit me. My dad might know a bit more about harpies. He's pretty knowledgeable about a lot of stuff.
Well, where is he at?
My hometown, Delgi. Pandora will point to where,
Lamia?
I mean, you know, the direction.
It's to the west.
I don't see it. How? Yeah, that's far though, right?
That looks like a day or 2 of travel, doesn't it?
Let's see. If you're taking the roads,
Delgi? I thought Delgi was in Gerda. Is Delgi not in Gerda?
No, Doggy's in
yeah.
here.
It's in Sega.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's I thought you said Weast.
Yeah,
This,
Weast.
this is Weast.
Oh.
Weast. Straight line is like almost
that's
90
way closer.
miles through the woods and such.
Yeah.
Oh,
Through the
God.
wilderness is still not safe. Like,
No,
Yeah.
you guys are
but I'm just saying.
And remember,
accustomed to it, but it's not. Just to reiterate, it is not safe to travel through the wilderness in Setsegia.
No.
we had a terrifying experience with what we believe is a wrote it down.
Catoblepas.
yeah.
Or a Catoblepus if you're a magic player.
There's a whole skit about that actually, about mispronouncing Catoblepus.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty good skit. But yeah. Thanks, Theros.
They're cool. Yeah.
So to answer your question, Sam,
Well, I mean, we could always go. You could always go visit,
Oh,
and
for
like,
fuck's sake.
I doubt they're gonna hatch in like a day or 2. I'll look at the eggs.
You look at them.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think they're
hatching
gonna hatch
right
in a day or 2.
They sure could. Bird eggs hatch pretty fast usually, don't they?
I think there's some movement to them before that. Like at least, with chickens there is. Again, I'm trying to correlate this to chickens.
But I don't understand why. Harpies and chickens have one thing in common, and it's that they have feathers, and that's it.
Hey,
They
Patrick.
lay eggs,
Okay, two things in common.
What?
The
and they like to attack me.
in
Oh, God dang it. Go ahead.
I think that's
Yeah.
a
I
you
see
thing,
it.
not
I
a
see
chicken or a harpy thing.
Video thing.
As of right now, just about everything likes to attack you that we've come across. So, I don't think that's specific to chickens and harpies.
Oh, I wasn't saying I needed to visit Dad or anything. Actually, I'd rather not. But I was
well, then let's not do that.
offering it as a possibility.
Well, I mean, you could write him a letter if you want and say,
I'm not even sure if he got the last letter I wrote. And if he did, it's one of the reasons I'm not entirely sure I want to see him.
No, can you not read?
No, he can read.
No. I mean, I don't want to assume anything.
Rahola and I are going to go to town and see what she can find out. Maybe if she finds out nothing, then we could revisit this since you're not super keen on going to chat to him.
Yeah.
I don't want to put you in a position where you feel uncomfortable if we don't need it. And like Sam said, they probably won't hatch in the next 2 days. Maybe they will. Then he'll just have to figure it out on his own anyways.
Okay. Be safe, Sam. Good luck. Let's go.
Sorry, I know chickens. This is me knowledge. I know chickens hatch within like a month. Because I did that in school.
Almost
time.
all birds hatch within like 2 months of being laid. There are very few birds.
I was
that
like,
take a
no,
long time to
ostriches are
hatch.
way bigger. Surely they take long. No, like 42 days.
Yeah. Almost
was like,
all
oh,
birds,
fuck.
almost every
Yeah,
species
of
of bird
course.
is 2 months
That's
or less.
way sooner than I thought.
Well, and like
Uh,
size is relative sometimes for how long things have to like gestate or incubate, but like cows give birth at about the same interval that humans do, and cows are 4,000 pounds. So they're also like a 9-month gestation period. Eli has no idea of those things though, but I, David, know how long it takes for animals to give birth.
283 days, around 9 months.
Yeah, horses
I
are
thought
like
for
11
sure-
to 12 months. I want to say.
I thought for sure Google was going to do a weird thing because I typed in chicken incubation period, and I typed emu and it popped up incubation period.
Mhm.
And I typed in ostrich incubation period. I thought for sure when I typed in cow, it was going to do cow incubation period.
Not quite.
They gestate. They don't.
Pregnancies, whereas
Yeah.
they're not incubation periods because they don't lay eggs.
incubate. Yeah,
Is what
it's
I always
gestation, not incubation. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
difference. Yeah. See, there you go.
Oops.
So you guys head out, and then Sam, you're gonna approach your kinfolk about these harpy eggs.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you go into like the actual farmhouse where they're probably at. It's still early in the morning, or at least no, I haven't forgot their goddamn names. Oh, that's why I don't have my notes up.
No, my notes are some.
It's a storm.
Millie and Milford.
Thank you. So Milford's probably already out in the field with a bunch of the other youngins, but Millie is probably in the farmhouse right now, at the very least to clean up, because breakfast probably just starting to wrap up.
Oh, here. Well, if you wash, I'll dry.
Oh, thank you, Sam. I hope y'all slept okay. I know you were real tired after you went out, but y'all look all right. I trust you're all healthy now. Feeling better?
I could use a couple more days rest, but I'm on the mend.
Well,
Mommy
you
was
can have 'em.
Yeah. Have you ever thought of raising rabbits?
We've raised a couple of critters out here, but I mean, there's enough woodland that we just found it about as easy if we needed them. They were out there, you know.
Something that populates quickly. You know, that's Rabo's the first idea. You know,
She's still washing dishes. She's giving you this like quizzical look of like, what are you getting at?
no, what I had this idea for kind of a weird looking barn. You know, that more like a half dome, using like a kind of like more like a cage type system. For maybe like raising some kind of like an aviary.
You worried about flying rabbits, or is this something else?
Well, you know how like my Sherlock, my buddy out there, I assume he's sitting on the scarecrow, staring at it. I don't. Yeah.
Sure.
You know, he's a bird, and he needs some room to fly and stuff like that. And he also likes to eat meat, so he could hunt his own. But you know, in theory, if you raised meat for a carnivorous flying creature, you could be easier to feed it. You know, you wouldn't have to like go hunt for it or nothing like that.
That all sounds true. I'm not. I haven't been much of a hunter in a while, so. I remember a little bit. Why are you having trouble feeding them?
No, not Sherlock. He does his own. He finds plenty of pests along the way. No, there's just there's some things you legally can't raise in the city.
Right? Yeah, of course. Most any kind of wild animal, they're gonna look at you pretty funny if you try.
Yeah, animal. But I happened upon 2 harpy eggs. And I don't know how y'all feel about harpies. I'm sure, most people feel about harpies, of the wild, kind of born into nature, roughness. Much like, wild boars would be ornery, but, the pigs you raise are fat and happy and more domesticated. They're a little ornery, but, still.
I guess I'll be honest, I don't know enough about them other than the fact that they seem about as dangerous, if not more so, than like the wild wolves and stuff out there. And we're not out here trying to domesticate them. We got dogs for that already. Our ancestors did the work. Sam, you got 2 eggs of these creatures, you said?
He just nods and he's like, I know it, I second guessed myself when I was taking them because I thought, surely no, that's far too dangerous. But then that whole same idea of like the domestication of wolves, wasn't like, wasn't necessarily like wolves that we domesticated. It was a similar thing to wolves, right? That we turned into dogs.
Yeah, now these things were using weapons and all sorts of stuff. Now these are smart, so...
So that gives them a capacity of higher intelligence, so that means they can learn, right?
I mean, I guess. It probably depends on them being raised right, and I can't imagine they were. Now here's a concern I have. You haven't really told us much about what you found out there, or what you did, other than you came back with 2 eggs and no missing digits. So I'm assuming there was a fight, because they don't seem like the type that's just going to give you their young.
No, we, for lack of a better term, we did a pretty heavy cold.
So they're not going to be coming back looking for these?
1 or 2 may have got away.
Now, Sam...
There were about 11 eggs there, and whatever the white thrush does with them, they took their fair share, and they said technically it's not against the law to take them. or have them. But having harpies in a city is something that is apparently not technically legal.
I wonder why. I feel like you're gearing up to ask me something.
I was thinking if I help fund, this new structure, if we could try our hand at hopefully bridging the gap between the monsters known as harpies and a more domesticated person.
You want us to try to bring these things up right?
I would do it, but I live in the city, and I mean that's kind of a far commute for me.
Maybe a little. I'd be lying if I said I was partial to the thought. I don't know what to expect, really. All we've seen
I have
is
some
what they
other
turn into.
Yeah, I have some other friends I could ask. I got some more well-off friends that have all kinds of sorts of ventures who like me. And not saying y'all don't like me. No. The biggest hang up on this, I don't want to put y'all in any danger, and that's the main thing weighing on my head. Also, not being. I felt like I was chosen by Mr. Guy for a reason, and I got to use these gifts to the best of my ability and try and change the world the best way I can.
Give me a diplomacy check.
All right. This best way I can explain it through Sam. Diplomacy. Untrained.
It's not a particularly difficult check.
Oh. So natty 18.
Okay. Well, that is a very good roll. So, the DC for diplomacy checks. For a creature who is helpful towards you, meaning that generally when you ask like very easy favors of that kind of thing, the DC is 0 plus their charisma modifier. I would say that Millie and Milford are helpful. Obviously, they put you guys up.
That's not exactly an easy favor, though.
Yeah.
This is not an easy favor, is why I had you roll a check.
Yeah.
This would be considered give dangerous aid, which is a plus 10 to the DC. So that sets our DC at 10 plus her charisma bonus. I'm throwing in additional requests because this is a long-term commitment, which is another plus 5 to the DC. So you're looking at a base of 15 plus her charisma bonus. Millie's charisma bonus is plus 2. So
Ooh, you got
beat the
there,
DC.
buddy.
Ooh.
Cool. So, all that being said, so you say that, and she looks a little bit torn, but as you start saying that, like, you think you were chosen to do this for a reason, you can see the expression soften. She says, all right, well, I mean, I guess it's got to start somewhere. Got to give these little things a chance. If they got raised by their own folks, I mean, they would just be another one of them, wouldn't they?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like they can propagate between themselves. Ideally, they grow up, they might find somebody who interests them, and if they're keen to it, maybe they could have children of their own, and then we start a whole family.
They're not even hatched yet, Sam.
I know. I'm
talking about marrying them.
I'm thinking of the future. In theory, that we get these two raised right, hopefully both of them, and they survive over what tribulations they have. I don't know nothing about harpy sickness or what they are prone to. In theory, they could have kids, and then if they're raised right, surely they'll start teaching their own. what we teach them. So
True. I mean, yeah. How do I say no to that? I mean,
you can.
Well, yeah, but you've seen we got an awful lot of practice raising wild critters around here. Most of them out helping Milford now, but I'll talk to him. You let me talk to Milford. Don't you go telling him about this. You let me tell him, okay? Because he's not going to think about it the way that I'm thinking about it. Not at first.
And I mean, I got a substantial, not huge, but a good enough payday from the previous job we did, and I will push that all towards y'all to help fund this building and the raising of these two. That way, it's no hurt on y'all economically. This is a venture that I'm putting forth to y'all.
We'll let you know what we need once we get it all figured out. But more than the money, you gotta come visit. You're gonna have to be out.
Of course,
there,
of course.
You know, maybe a couple of times a month if you could. You don't have to sign on no paper or nothing about it. Just, I mean, you're the one who rescued them. I mean, they should know you.
I am fully willing.
You're gonna be the harpy daddy.
Show my child support. No. Every other weekend. And then every Wednesday. No. Let's go. But yeah. So that was a somewhat success. Mm-hmm. Now I just got to think of what to name them. No. What are some available bachelors around the area that might?
Oh my gosh!
Right.
Putting the cart before the horse here, pal.
I mean, if y'all can find out how much y'all can find out about these creatures, so we could, know how to properly feed them and care for them and what sort of things to expect, that would be real helpful. Because I assume they're not going to be like raising a Volu, and they're going to get bigger than us eventually.
Yeah, it's true. They are a little bit larger. No, Ellie. Ellie put in chat, why do I get the feeling that Sam has a habit of bringing critters home? He brought critters home, but he brought them to the barn and made a pin for him and then didn't tell his parents.
Right.
They just, probably one day they were out there feeding, they're like, oh, here's corn for the turkeys, here's corn for the chickens, here's corn for the possum, here's corn for... Wait a minute.
When did we get a possum?
Is it? Just like, oh god, not Sam, plead it. Yes.
Music stuttering again.
Yeah. Well, if you talk to Milford, I'll see what I can find out. I have some friends that are knowledgeable. Lamia says her dad might know some, but Eli and Rahala, thank you. They went off into town to see if they could find any books on the matter. About harpies in general. I don't think about raising harpies, but just harpies in general.
It's not stuttering anymore.
It stopped now that you did that.
Yep.
Weird.
It was weird.
No, their names are going to be Faye and Mai.
Wow.
Those are last names are Valentine.
Yeah, I say we got through. We definitely got through. But for the audience, good. Thank you for
Hey Valentine from Cowboy Bebop. My Valentine from Yu-Gi-Oh. I almost said Yu-Gi-Oh! Hakusho.
Yeah, you did that last week, and I didn't really catch it because I wasn't paying attention. Don't do that again, sir.
No, did I say Yu Yu Hakusho last week instead of Yu-Gi-Oh?
You did. You did.
I've been talking a lot about Yu Yu Hakusho, is why.
Were those the serious names or no?
I mean, yeah, I'll seriously name them though.
Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
I agree.
It's better than sitting on Silverhawk for like a month,
Way more than a month.
He also, that was an accident.
Yeah.
Like, once you finally named him.
It's like, good job, Sherlock.
Sherlock. Oh shit.
Sherlock. Yeah.
Names, cool. Now I know what to title these notes. Anyway, okay, so yeah, that goes well. They like ask, help us out with learning about what the hell to do with these things.
Yeah.
And then, other than that, I'm assuming you find some work to help out with around the house or something like that till you wait for the others to get back.
Yeah.
So you guys head into town over in Bayan. Half-day trip, as you know. It is through wilderness, but there's actually like a little bit of a trail that comes out here. So you're able to pretty easily follow that. Excuse me. Just to figure out how good of time you make, I believe that's going to be up to Lamia to make this survival check.
Oh, good.
You're going to get a +2 to this, not for being in a forest, just because you've taken this route before. It's just the first
Okay,
time you're doing
+2.
it without Sam. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, +2.
Yeah,
Okay.
You're fine. Normal amount of time, half a day. So you're able to get to Bayan. It's let's see, probably maybe just a little bit afternoon. Or wait, hold on. You guys taking your animals?
I mean, I was planning on riding the horses. Yes, I was
Okay,
not planning
good.
on walking.
Just making sure I was late, because otherwise that's a much longer trip. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So yeah, you guys get there in half a day. You guys find it's not that they just have like one big local library. They've got like a few like little bookshops and like places you can rent books and that kind of thing. They don't have like one big actual structure that's like for all of that. So between those, we'll see if you guys are able to find out a bit more about harpies, and if you can find anything about like some of the experiments that have taken place to like attempt to raise them.
Okay.
Let's see. So this is going to be, what knowledge check makes sense for this?
We should probably go ahead and let Rahala have her 20 on this one, though, since it's a daily thing.
Might as well.
If you want to, that's up to you guys.
I'm fine with that.
As far as we know, we can't really plan for the future, but this should probably be her only knowledge check today.
Who knows? You just gotta use them or lose them, right?
Yeah.
That's how I'm looking at it.
Nature. Okay. So there's no bonus for the libraries here. They're not exactly fully equipped for this. It's just really allowing us to make a check for some more obscure knowledge.
Right.
Rahala's bonus to knowledge nature is +10. So with a natural 20, that's a 30 on that check.
Cool.
So we'll have actually, yeah, each of you roll me 1d4. You want to roll low on these.
All right.
They changed the way the dice are. There we go. Sorry, the updated thing is weird.
Nope.
Median on that is 3. Cool. It's going to take about 3 hours of research for her. So it's around 4 o'clock or so by the time she finishes. Excuse me. 1 second. Okay, yeah, the 30. She is able to find a few accounts of harpies. Some of it is the information you already know about their captivating song, about their like intelligence, and like their some like stuff about hunting patterns and that kind of thing. Harpies, she is able to find out that they are actually obligate carnivores, in that they can eat like vegetables and that kind of things to supplement their diet. They can't be like exclusively like herbivoric or anything like that, but they can eat, you know, plants and fruits and that kind of stuff to supplement their diet, but they are mostly carnivorous. Which she just finds in some of the studies and things that she's found. And this isn't like a book of, I studied harpy upbringing. It's just literally like, she finds like a compilation of different like notes and things from other researchers, and there's some about that subject that's like filed under one specific area in the book.
Right.
From Fatal Frame, yeah. I believe from the second one, Ellie. Either way, so she's able to find some stuff about that, but she does find a few notes on some of the attempts by the Federo to try and raise harpies in captivity. It does call out a few key points. I'm going to try not to be extra wordy like I usually am, so that way you can easily take notes. Key point number 1. The early years are pretty easy. I say the early years, they mostly just want to eat. They will occasionally want to like kind of run around and move and like expend some energy, because they do have a bit more energy than like young birds do. Most like young avians and stuff are usually just like basically sedentary for a long time. Speaking of their early years, their incubation period is almost identical to that of a demi's gestation. So it's like you're looking at about 7 to 9 months.
Ooh, 23 days.
So these are eggs that they have to be cared for a long time. Now, there's an interesting piece to this. There's actually a difference between how long that took in captivity versus what they have seen in the wild. They seem to hatch much faster in the wild than they do in captivity.
Interesting.
So just in their own nests, it seems to only take 5 to 6 months. So the theory there is because when they're in captivity, they're kept in like ideal conditions. That they actually are like, they more have the freedom to just continue to develop until it's the optimal time for them to hatch. In the wild, they just don't have that luxury. There just comes a point where like once they're strong enough, they kind of just have to get out or they die, because they're just not in a situation where they can just stay in and continue to develop.
Makes sense.
So there's not really a lot of information on like how they behave, like how baby harpies behave in the wild after they've just hatched and stuff. They just imagine that they're a little less capable, or quite a bit less capable, and that they still have to take more time to develop out of the egg. But the ones that they had early, like the first like 2 or 3 years, was pretty easy, and they developed relatively fast. They would put harpy development rate about 3 times as fast as a person's once they're hatched.
When you say persons, do you mean like a demi?
We'll just go by demi standards, yeah.
Okay.
And then they said that the period that is the most trying, that this particular set of experiments from like whatever different sources she was able to find, they all pretty much fail at the adolescent phase. One of them was able to pretty easily get to like, you know, teach a harpy speech and that kind of stuff and be able to kind of communicate with it. But once they got to the actually into more of the adolescent phase, when they were beginning to essentially go through puberty, which only took about 5-ish years for them to get to. They seem to be... It's not that they got dumber or anything like that. They seem to be more prone to refuse to speak and to just act and like lash out at things. And it basically became an issue of like the creature itself wanting to leave the facility and fly off and do what it wanted. Like the difficulty of trying to keep it restrained without hurting it or without like submitting it to essentially torture by just like locking it down into one place became like super strenuous, and eventually it just says eventually the experiment was deemed a failure. They don't say exactly how they handled it, whether they just like released it or if they killed it or if they just like put it into something else, like some other containment thing, and we're like, we're just gonna feed you until you calm down. But you don't find any other follow-up information after that.
Okay.
And I'll give one other piece here. The 30 is really high. The captivating voice feature they have is innate. Even the ones in captivity learned that. The most successful experiment found that they think that is a bonding device for the young ones. Because when they had someone that like would actually join it in song and or like teach it songs and that kind of thing, and it could like kind of feed that urge for them to use that, they seem to be calmer. But the problem was like getting someone who could do that without falling under the trance eventually, and that becoming a different problem all on its own. And it's obviously pretty difficult to find volunteers to go like, hey, can you go in this harpy cage and sing with it for a while, and like just don't get too close to it. You're gonna feel like you want to, and then if you do, it might maul you. But but just try not to. Try really hard not to. So that's what you guys are able to find out.
Cool. Good info.
Wow, that's more studies than I expected.
Some of this is also her extrapolating from different notes and things like that, so yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. It's still more than I expected.
You know, when you have a class
really good.
act, top-notch researcher like Rahala, yeah, it's easy to find more info than you expect.
She beams.
As I'm reading a book that has nothing to do with harpies because I just gave up halfway through and I'm just like reading a random book.
Shaluvi, I recognize this adventure.
It's not the Shaluvi books. I'm not Ophelia. I'm not obsessed with that in particular set of books.
So you've been forced to becoming the party cook.
Yeah, I'm reading Camp Cooking for Dummies.
Harpy eggs, well, hard to find, are quite
Camp Cooking for Dummies.
no!
I was gonna say delicious in dungeon.
So you guys are able
About
to figure that
Dungeness
out.
crabs.
No, it's
No,
an
it's
anime
anime.
series.
I know, but I was making a pun about
Okay.
crabs
Boo!
and the word dungeon.
Boo, crab man.
Oh.
So
Anyway,
Sam, you
yes.
spend most of a day at the farm before the others get back around 7 p.m.-ish.
Was I able to buy some bolts?
Yeah. How many are you trying to
Some
get?
nuts, too.
Usually bolts, I think your set's 10 for a gold. Let me double check. Bolt.
There was something I wanted to buy. What was it? Oh, no either.
Yeah.
Do you also like
10
falconer's
for
gloves,
one
but
gold.
like for a whole body?
10
my
for 1
God.
gold.
That's called leather armor, Sam.
I will buy.
The quiver's
4?
gonna hold 20.
Oh,
the
quiver.
quiver's only gonna hold 20. Yeah, it's a regular.
Okay,
quiver.
so then I will buy 2, and I'll put 3 in my backpack until I can switch it out.
I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to see if I could get somebody to fix the broken clasp on the potion bandolier that I have, because I had one from previously that has a broken clasp. So I wanted to find somebody in town who could fix that for me. That's what I wanted to do.
Okay, give me. We can say after you gave up halfway through, you probably wouldn't have did this. So about an hour and a half or so passed. So yeah, give me a diplomacy check to gather information, and then we'll roll your time. Nice. And then 1d4, and we'll take half of it. Nice, half an hour.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, you're pretty quickly able to find someone who'll do it. You're like, hey, can you fix this? It's got like a broken thing, and they like look over it for a while. Like, yeah, I can get that done. Give me a couple hours and come back and pick it up. It's gonna cost you.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta get some more leather, and that's pretty sturdy there. I gotta go find some hooks and a buckle. Plus the labor, call it 2 gold pieces.
Sounds great. Here you go. Just hand it over. Like, I'll be back.
All right. He gets right on it. Like, you can see that he had something else going and just like sets that to the side. It's probably not due as quickly. He's like, I can earn 2 gold in a couple hours. I'm doing that.
Yeah. Jump to the front of the line with the easy request.
Oh yeah, that's a lot. That happened a lot.
I have zero desire to haggle because that's just not what I do. So let's just roll.
Hang on. This guy's not haggling.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you get that fixed. So you have another potion bandolier.
Cool. Great. Fantastic.
Let's see. The only other thing with that is if it's gonna go on someone who is armored, then it's gonna have to be properly affixed to the armor.
No, it's for me.
So if it's for you, yeah, since you're unarmored, it's fine. You just basically pull it tight and you're good. But it does inject. There's a needle component to it, but
it's fine.
It doesn't do any damage to you. So
I got a potion of bark skin that I'm gonna put in there. That's it.
Yes.
I don't have any other potions.
This is my all natural.
Go ahead.
It's a dumb bit. All natural potion injector. It's a vine with bees I've carefully raised over the course of many years to have different venom properties. Still kind of numbs, but I'm slowly gaining health back now.
Put it on. Wait, the fuck? That is a wasp. Nah, you take this back. Thought he was slick.
Yeah, that's the Cure Serious wasp.
I use stupid animals. It keeps talking about how it dreams of killing a motherfucker. I don't want it. No.
Violence, yeah. It just wants
is that a person?
violence.
Observe.
Yeah. The fucking Caleb City bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that in the Discord for everybody really quick.
Yeah.
Just so everybody can enjoy that.
I like to hurt people. Yeah, I just do that. I like it.
It has a knife.
That's a big ass wasp. It's got a knife. It's coming for me.
God, I love that.
Such a good bit.
It's been a minute since I watched any of his stuff.
Right.
Jump back.
But no.
So we managed to make it back.
Yes.
You make it back. So yeah, Eli, you get a quick tutorial on how to use the thingamajig and how to like reload it and all that stuff. You've seen it before. You're good. Basically, it takes about an hour of work, but it's light activity, so you can do it during a rest or whatever. So you're good there. Neat. You guys get back around 7-ish p.m. So it's getting dark. You're able to like just kind of barely beat the sun down. You're getting a little bit nervous on your way back. Like, shit, our ranger's not with us.
I don't want to run into a Catoglyphus.
No, I'm pretty sure we're good. I could like imagine just the way she speaks. But like, yeah, I'm pretty sure we're on our way. You're like, what do you mean, pretty sure? Pretty sure. But, yeah.
Listen, there's a very large, very aggressive Catoglyphus in these woods, and I would prefer not to run into
No, that was way back over there. We're fine.
It's in the woods. It is large.
That Sega is woods. You're gonna be terrified of everywhere.
It could be anywhere.
The entire multi-mile expanse is off limits.
You guys did not have a middle of the night staring contest with it. All right.
Sam had
You
a,
can
had
ask
a foot
Sam.
race with it though.
Yeah, Sam had a foot race with it, which was way worse.
Yeah.
Lamia still hasn't seen it. She just believes. Yeah, it's scary. Okay.
So you guys get back. It's about the time, Sam, you're probably inside eating dinner already.
Bean soup.
But yeah, I don't know if there's anything else you guys wanted to do at the farm that day when you guys get back.
You could say it's a good bean soup.
That's why I said he's a can of bean instead of a cannibal.
And that's actually made out of corn. All soup we make is bean soup.
Oh my
The
god.
beans make it. Yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry, Patrick.
I said what I was saying. I'm waiting on y'all.
So
Okay.
what are we doing?
are you
Getting dinner. I'm getting dinner.
Kindin.
Yeah. But yeah, if you guys aren't going to reveal any particular information or anything at dinner or whatever, then we'll move on. You guys can go.
We'll wait to fill Sam in until there's not a whole bunch of people around who could potentially go, oh, what now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam, why
That's a
are you
weird-
wanting to learn about how long it takes for harpies to hatch? Well, May got married accidentally. Had a one-night
Jeez.
stand in the nest. No.
It was a very strange ceremony.
You guys probably see at some point during dinner, like, I imagine, like, Sam, like, give, like, Millie a look, like, did you tell him yet? And she's like, shh. But that hasn't come out yet, so you guys just, like, see that happen, or like, okay.
It's
guess
like,
we'll talk
oh man, I
later."
love eggs.
Yeah.
As you guys are like kind of breaking off for dinner, they tell you good night. You can stay as long as you wish, and that kind of stuff. As Millie and Milford are walking off, she says, "Oh, Milford, I need to talk to you about something. Come here." And she's like kind of dragging him. He's like, "Well, I was gonna. Oh, okay, if it's important." And they kind of walk off to talk. While you guys are, I'm assuming, leaving the farmhouse to go back to your quarters.
Yeah.
So you get to your quarters. There's nothing. I mean, you don't find anything in there. It's just you guys.
2 harpy eggs. No.
So Rahala found
Go
out
ahead.
quite a bit
Oh. Uh-huh.
about harpies.
Okay.
She shows you the notes as she rattles off all the stuff I already said. For the sake of brevity, we're gonna breeze past
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Just assume she fills you in on everything.
Once we get to the incubation period, I go, oh, thank God. Okay. Whew. I was worried they're going to be like, I don't know, the other farm animals where it's, like sheep, it only takes like 100-something days for sheep.
Well, and not only if that will they probably not hatch right away unless they were right at the end of their period, but if you keep them in an ideal situation and temperature and all that stuff, it should take longer, so you'll have even more time.
I wonder if that makes them like stronger or something.
I mean, I would assume so.
Like lets them develop more, but I mean,
That
I don't know.
development period is incredibly important for, your future health and things, so I imagine they've got to be a lot healthier.
so they're going to be a lot stronger. So if they go bad, it's worse. I don't know.
Could also
We'll figure-
be smarter, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Let me
that
see one of
singing's
the eggs.
interesting though.
Maybe I can figure out about how old it is. I did read a little bit on that. Just take one. Just kind of examines it for a bit here.
That's light behind it. I don't know. That's how you look at regular chicken eggs to see if they're.
I love that you keep comparing them to chickens.
What else do I like? I know a lot about quail. Maybe I don't know.
Well, I mean, you just got that they develop like similar
Other
to
than flying,
demis.
they're way closer to like humans than they are
Yeah.
birds.
But how do you to check on a
Your point
baby?
of reference, right? Yeah.
You would use the weird goop and other thing, ultrasound.
Ultrasound. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas with eggs, you literally shine a light behind it so you can see through it. These eggs shells are probably thicker, so
Yeah. These days you don't really have ultrasounds.
Yeah.
We just do the Jurassic Park bit, by the way, what they do when they're checking the eggs and the like you said, when you shine a light behind it in the opening bit of Jurassic Park when they're showing them the baby raptor egg. Yeah, we'll do that. It'd be great.
oh, little one.
You can call it a clever girl. It can eat your face off. It's perfect.
Right. But
Only if
she
I get a
examines it for
spaz
bit.
12.
she examines them for a bit and it's like, I think these are pretty close, actually.
Oh.
Apparently, so there's some like little spots here on this part. Those only develop when they're pretty close to hatching. They're actually a reaction to heat activity and things on the inside of it. And I'd say if they were left in the wild, they've got maybe 3 to 4 weeks.
So it's a good time we got them when we did.
Yeah, I'm really starting to think we need to make sure the white thrush knows this.
Yeah.
'Cause if they keep those just sort of at camp, I think they're going to hatch really soon.
Mm-hmm.
If they're all the same age, assuming that.
Yeah. I mean...
These two are. If they were in... The rest were all in different nests, technically. So...
I don't want to get the logistics of that.
Do you think they might pause the possible hatching since they're, I guess, safe?
I'm not
Well,
really sure how.
it only depends on what condition they're keeping it in, right? Because the eggs only know the external condition around, like providing it temperature and safety. It doesn't have conscious, like, thought.
Right.
Right? Yeah, okay. I was like, I don't know. You did all the work. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, they may need to get these to a better facility quickly if they don't want to have to be a group of odd parents very soon.
I mean, I guess we could just take the rest of them since we're going to raise 2 already.
What?
Yeah, that'd go great. You already had to ask if you could raise 2. Now you get to ask Millie and Milford if they're going to raise 20 or however many eggs they had. Well, 11.
It was like
I
11
know there was
altogether.
11, okay. Anyways.
How'd that go?
Look, that's less than a dozen.
By 1, mate. By 1.
So how did that conversation go, by the way?
Oh, Millie was
That well,
hesitant.
huh?
She had her reservations on it.
Imagine that.
I know, and I told her I wasn't gonna, she didn't have to if she didn't feel, good about it or safe about it, but I told her that I believe that this could be the start of change in history, pretty much. Or this could be a point in history that in 1,000 years when they talk about the harpy civilization that's peaceful and trading with everybody, they can look back at this point and say that this was a stepping stone to that point,
I mean, that'd be crazy, but who knows?
I mean, I
And then we'd have to
see
make a DM build another race.
My grandma said you don't plant pecan trees for yourself, you plant pecan trees for your grandchildren. Because they take forever to grow and you'll never be able to harvest them in your lifetime. Even though she did live to be like 200. Or however old,
Right.
halflings live.
Right, the point still stands. You make an excellent point. Yeah.
So you got to think for the future generations what this could do, and even generations beyond that.
Sam, I'm not saying anything against it. I'm just, the idea is kind of mind-boggling to me.
I mean, it would
And
be
eventually,
sort of
we'll get the
funny.
troglodytes, and we'll start taming the troglodytes. And no,
No!
They smell real bad, though.
they do.
Yeah. I mean, the harpies did too, but I just imagine because that's the rolling around and carrying all the time.
Yeah,
But I must say,
but that's good to know that they can eat carrot and like other vegetables of types along with it.
Mm-hmm.
But it can't
no,
be purely their diet.
Yeah, Millie seemed to warm up to the idea, and she said she'd talk to Milford. I guess we gotta wait to see what he thinks.
Well, he's not charging out here and trying to destroy the eggs or something, so I guess that's a plus.
And worst case scenario, do you have an attic at your office? Is there upstairs storage?
No.
No. Is there a basement?
No.
Do you want a basement?
No.
Sense motive. Is Eli lying?
Yeah.
No,
that's
there
what
is
I
not a basement. I'm not
There's
lying.
a basement.
Do you
Yeah.
want a
Oh,
basement?
okay.
No, I don't want a basement.
No. Boo.
We're in a country that rains constantly. You don't want basements.
Get a sub pump.
We don't have those.
Yeah, most houses do not have basements.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, I'll buy a shack in town and see what I can do.
Is that the worst case scenario, though?
I mean, worst case scenario is I gotta buy a houseboat, and
You
Live
know,
on the
we
water.
already have house door against us with a lawsuit or something. We
Yeah.
probably don't want to drag a harpy into town.
if I'm anchored so far off of the port, they can't say anything. That's not in the city.
As long as you are outside of the city limits, you're fine.
Yep.
But
Like,
that does
10
extend
yards off the dock.
That does extend further than the walls. The walls are not where the city ends. But yeah, if you're out just for some reason raising harpy eggs on like
the sea.
a slightly larger than normal sea buoy, they'll probably just think you're fucking weird.
No, I couldn't do that. The seagulls would be a bad influence.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they would.
But you're big.
You call me a
could
seagull
eat
mother.
everything.
Oh my
Fly with us, large godsends, with the face of men. Tonight we dine like kings.
I am
These are
not a
rights.
seagull.
Oh my
Right?
god.
I am no seagull.
Seagull
Did I
mother.
share that? I gotta share that.
No,
should also
not,
put
not
that
to natural ones. No.
In the
Yeah.
thing.
That's
Yeah.
gotta go. But,
Yeah.
I have raised seagulls. But
Yes.
oh god.
Raise
Cool.
seagull sounds like a low-level necromancer spell.
It's a video of two siblings. It's like one person playing everyone, kind of like Caleb City videos.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
two siblings asking their mother if they can go to Olive Garden, except they're using like old, like super like prim,
Oh,
proper like old fucking England speak to do it, and yeah, it's fucking
pretty good.
excellent.
but there's spaghetti in the fridge.
That-
You know
Yeah.
she shall bring that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
You aware of the spaghetti in the fridge? Yes, mother, we are. But
I got an A.
This A
Yes.
is from 4 weeks ago.
when
Yeah,
did you
yeah.
see
Sorry,
Anyway,
we're doing the
yeah,
thing. Okay.
It's
Yeah,
super good. Yeah, definitely watch it later. Not right now. But anything else in the RP right now, or are you guys gonna rest and leave? Do you want to do any planning or whatever? You're gonna just Yeah.
So what is our plan? Because we
Oh,
know
well,
we're
obviously
still
you're trying to figure out
forbidden.
what Milford's gonna do, right? But still,
For both
Yeah. But then we're gonna go talk to the white thrush about these harpy eggs now because they need to know
Okay.
that they're gonna hatch soon.
Okay.
You know where we could put them? That temple. We'll carry them down there for you.
you know, Takano's going to be back. He'll be back tomorrow. Should be the day he'll come back.
Yeah, so we'll wait for them to
Okay.
show up.
Oh, Sam, did you catch anything in your trap I can eat tomorrow?
I have not checked. I'll check in the morning. Or I should
Okay.
probably check tonight, because something will probably eat it tonight if I don't check tonight. Off into the woods at night I go. The catapablas.
Appreciate it.
The catapablas.
That'd
Yeah,
be
so-
hilarious if it somehow got stuck in the trap. Like,
Yeah, I'll
Did
go
you
out in
have-
the woods
That
with the
is not
cartographer.
small or medium.
I know.
Good
That's why it'd be
photographer.
hilarious. Because it's like, couldn't you have just broken this?
Yeah, there's some kind of cat o' nine tails out there in the forest.
Warlaps Part D. That's what this new name is.
Okay, I'm only gonna give it one other check since you have since you're going today. Cool. Yeah, you get out there, and you are able to find. Let me see. There is a small creature inside it.
Is it a brownie?
No.
God damn it!
I can't eat that.
Get out of here! I mean, you could.
You shouldn't, but you could.
You should.
I would eat the harpy's eggs first before I'll eat a brownie.
Well, I mean, yeah, one of them are eggs, and one of them is
What
a
if it was a
living, breathing
special
creature. It might do things to you as well if you eat a brownie. You might
Might
have
hallucinate.
some feelings about some things real quick. Yeah.
God, we're
What?
dumb.
Can't help but now,
I mean,
like,
yeah.
hey man, we're brownies, man. Can you help us cross the river? It's like they're all like stoners, but brownies. Yeah.
I
Dumb.
prefer their excited.
You're a
Yeah,
special
me
boy.
You're done.
portrayal.
Okay.
Special boy.
What is there anything more likely than that? That is a weird. That's a weird thing for. No, it's not going to be a fucking dwarf caiman. They wouldn't
Oh.
be out there.
Oh no! I don't think
That
I'd
would-
give her
that
the
wouldn't
dwarf
be out
caiman
here.
if I caught one. Oh no!
Right.
You're
Sam
going.
gets a new pet. Yeah.
You're going next to the possum.
Okay, it's a fucking peacock.
What? Oh my goodness!
Yeah, peafowl.
You're gonna have some interesting tasting chicken.
Oh. I guess if is it a peafowl or is it a peafowl?
Technically, it's a peafowl, but same family.
Okay, so it's the
So-
non-male.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's not the pretty one.
No, it's brown.
It's the less pretty one, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little disappointed because those feathers, you didn't know. But that would be somebody would buy that in town.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Alrighty. Well, one of you will get along with the chicken. Nah, I bet she already ate today. How many times does she need to eat a day?
Well, you got enough for her to eat all
Yeah.
of today, right?
Yeah. If I can take the peafowl back alive,
Okay, give me an
dead or
animal
alive,
handling.
you're coming with me.
I need an animal handling check.
Okay. I have been known to handle animals. Oof. 18.
Okay,
You really thought about that 10 or 2 for a second.
right.
Ugh.
Do you get a bonus from Forest?
Not for
handle?
handle.
Okay.
Not on handle animal, yeah.
No. It's charisma based, and you know how charismatic I am.
Yeah.
Not at all. I'm dead. I have no modifier. I am trained in it.
Which makes it exceedingly more funny because you tend to be like, "Hey, girl, what's your foot size?"
I mean, that is
That's
not
not
exactly
charismatic,
a
though.
charismatic statement,
At
so
all.
I don't know. That's pretty average.
would
So
not
you,
qualify that as charismatic.
Don't tell me that because I feel bad about the human race. People are actually doing that as pickup lines.
Dude, people are weird. So you're able to bring it back alive.
How much
It's not
damage
like,
do I take?
It's not like following you, like you're having to like keep it in the trap and shit, like get back
Yeah,
and
yeah.
find something to put it in.
I assumed I'd have to like pick it up or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bit of work to it, but you're able to not just like set it off completely so that it just like hurts itself or whatever else, right?
Yeah.
But cool. So you're able to get it back. We'll see you put it in a. I don't know if you put it in like a sack or if you're gonna like try to get like a crate or something that you can put it in or what. But
Great. Works.
okay.
With
Sam,
sack seems a little bit more cruel.
Great OP foul.
why
Got you
was
another chicken of the forest.
But wasn't that going to be tomorrow's food?
I mean,
That's why it's alive.
yeah, I got it's a box lunch for you.
It's still alive.
I can kill it whenever. Just remind me not to kind of speak with animals anytime.
It's still
with that.
alive, so it doesn't rot. Like if he kills it now.
Yeah.
it's
No,
just-
no, no.
Yeah.
The-
I mean, I'd have to dress it a little bit quicker. And I'm sure, like, the bloodier the better for you, right?
Well, yeah, but sorry, I just don't want to be tempted to do it myself.
I mean, I'll do it. All you gotta do is, like, crank it like, you're turning the lever. It's not that hard to... It's a lot more easier to accidentally kill a bird than it is to, like, intentionally kill one, I think.
Well, let's go to bed. Thank you, Sam.
Don't listen to me, Sherlock. Gonna cover his
Yeah, I was saying, as Sherlock stares daggers at you.
He also kills birds. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
that peafowl weighs 9 pounds.
Oh, damn.
Mm-hmm.
It's a thick bird.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the way you said that.
But cool. So you get that. Anything else at the moment, or are you going to sleep?
I tell Ginger about my day and then go to bed.
Oh,
I don't
man.
cast speak with animals, though. Yeah.
Oh, just regular.
Yeah. So, I still haven't cast speak with animals to Ginger.
Nope.
It's just a funny idea about it. I forgot to, like, do my spells for that day as well. But I
You were saying
chose...
something, Molly?
How many days do we need to roll for Ginger, by the way?
That's true.
Hold on.
I feel like we've done it more recently than not.
You did. You did it before you left.
Okay. So
3?
that would be
3,
2 or 3 days, right?
5 days now.
Okay.
At the end of
Yes.
yeah, as of the end of this day, we'll say 5 days.
Okay. That I just
Yeah.
remembered that that's a roll that needs to happen.
Hmm.
What the fuck is Ginger?
Was this our second night
Oh,
that
allies.
we've passed in this, or was this just the first night for healing ourselves?
This is the
'Cause
second
we had
night
the-
for healing.
Okay, so because I had only added one night, so I'm just making sure I need to add another one. All right.
Mhm.
There we go. Cool.
Oh my gosh, I'll be able to sleep 8 hours tonight.
Cool.
I guess since I got my spells back, since...
Why did you do 1d2 plus 5?
I mean, it's
Two.
5 times.
No, that's 1d2 plus 5. That is not 5d2. That's completely different.
Yeah, I mixed that up.
Here, I'll roll
Oh,
for it.
God. Thank you. I got a whole bunch of fucking windows up because they changed everything on this website.
Oh
I've
yeah,
been-
for
I've been
the
using
beta
the-
thing.
I've been using the updated one for a while, so... Alright, so 7%, not 6. None of your family comes out to like bug you guys overnight or anything? You just kind of leave in the eggs where they are? You gonna like how do you try to set them up?
I'm gonna let Sherlock sit on them.
He could sit on one.
Are you gonna cuddle them right
And by
next to
that-
Ginger with her big
I'll-
bushy
I'll-
wool?
I'll sleep with them in the barn.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm also doing
What's
Cure Light
everything?
Wounds on myself because I have spells and I might as well use it
Yeah.
to get that additional healing.
And
That's
you recover
faster than
things.
regular healing. I actually saved as well.
Is anyone still hurt? Because again, Rahala
Me.
has healing spells.
I'm still hurt.
It's 9. 2.
Lamia healed yesterday. She's good.
I can cast it again, so I'm going to.
Oh, that's not +1. That should be +4.
I didn't save that one.
So Eli healed 10.
Cool.
And then it's our level plus con.
Yep.
just shy of full health. No. But, yep.
There you go.
I'm also stacking up. Oh, is that for me?
Yeah.
Alright, thank you. Now I'm up for it. I was literally just shy. I was missing 2 points. So, yeah.
It's one of the benefits of having her with you. She has 4 first-level spells and 2 second-level spells a day.
Yeah.
So,
I guess in theory I can cast Deadeye Arrow and fill up my arrows again.
mm-hmm. You get another one.
That's like I was using it. I guess, do I cast it like I'm casting it and just leave the damage modifier, but just goes in the quiver?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So I'll just...
Yeah, so we just don't worry about the damage right now.
Is there a save? Did I not have that one set up?
Yeah, you don't have that one set up. If you're doing it at the end of the day, you're going to bed. It doesn't matter that much.
Okay. There's not that many.
Well, to see if you can get that many, yeah, I guess you could do that. Just roll concentration. It's on your spell page.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Left side. There you go.
21. I think I have to beat a 24, so or whatever. Yeah. So no, just the one.
Cool.
Yeah, it's one more than I didn't have. So.
Yeah.
It's true.
Whoop. There. I accidentally held the down arrow, so I had -4 for a second there.
Gosh.
I was in Deadeye Arrow dead.
Oh, hey. I hadn't looked at the chat in a minute.
Oh,
What happened in chat?
OCD Gaming.
Oh. I was like, what happened in chat?
Good to see you. Good to see you.
I also hadn't been looking in chat.
So, yeah, for some reason mine's not loading, like, smileys and shit like that. Chilling. Fuck yeah, dude. It's a good place to be. We're actually about to go on break here in a second. But,
break.
Good, because I have to pee again.
I'm just
I have a
checking
child's bladder.
if the party is wanting to do anything else, or if we can pass overnight and get to the next day once we come back. But it sounds like
I sleep like spread eagle, but like holding the eggs, so they're like in my armpits, the warmest place on my body.
You got as many extra blankets on you as you can get. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not exactly cool and it's not exactly warm in the barn, right? So
Yeah.
with all the rain and everything, that's okay. So you guys, you chill out there. Everybody else goes to sleep. Sweet. We will pick up on the next day.
Awesome.
But for now, let's go ahead and go to break. So to the away
Big
screen,
time.
we will be back at 10 after. See you all very
Bet.
soon.
I got very confused and thought you just said. From a different
Yeah,
cultural
we're back.
osmosis, my parents never really said anything like that to me.
Thank you, Ellie.
We're talking about our parents saying they love us.
That's
no, I'm
true.
joking. We're talking about it's whatever o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Which, if you've hung out with us, you've probably heard me say it at least once when somebody says the time.
Yep.
Speaking
What
of
time is it?
So, it's morning. That's what fucking time it is.
Well, I was trying to refer to the Shark Doll movie.
I know. I was breezing past that, trying to get out, and they just dragged you back in. But it's morning, because the goddamn rooster, the dueling roosters.
Yep.
Right.
Lamia salivates a little.
So,
I think you're getting that Schrodinger's cat thing.
Pavlov's dogs. Right? Pavlov's dogs.
Oh.
who?
Schrodinger's cat, isn't that the state of being both alive and dead at the same
It's
time?
in a
though?
superimposed state of either because we don't know the answer. Yes, Pavlov's dogs is what he meant by salivating at the sound of something.
I'm a classically trained scholar. Neither of those people exists. Are you gaslighting me?
Yes, that's exactly what we're doing, which is from a play from the 1930s. Anyways.
The year is 427.
Hence the gaslighting.
I wouldn't be surprised if you were from the future, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you guys get out.
You're not from the future, are you, Eli?
Not that I'm
Inside
aware of.
joke. Sense motive.
In the future, they can't tell you if they're from the future. Like he's
Oh,
It's
shit.
part of the shtick.
they speak only lies. But no, you guys get up in the morning.
You guys insight check me a lot for someone who very rarely lies.
You do say a lot
You're
of
our boss.
shit, though.
I just want to say that.
I wish I could insight check my actual bosses sometimes. Like, yeah, we need you to come in. Like, really, you're the only person we have available. Nah, I want to insight that
Insight
right
check.
now. Who else
The
do
thing
you
is-
think you could call?
The thing is, you can. You probably just don't have very good insight.
Yeah.
Especially over the phone. It's got to be
Yeah.
much more difficult over the phone.
Or you get whatever hunch it is, just you can't do anything with the information. Like, he's
That's true.
lying his ass off. Like, nah, you lying. At least I'm employed. I'll be there. Like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Anyway, it's the morning.
So,
Caw.
I imagine Lamia eats fast, off in the shadows, away from all of civilization. The other
Yep.
two of you go to breakfast.
Yeah.
So you guys eat, like, waking up in the morning and stuff. There's a lot of, obviously, kids and stuff around asking questions about the harpies and your adventure and other stuff going on. When that's all kind of finishing up and they're starting to clear the tables and whatnot, I imagine naturally Sam probably is like instinctively, like, you get up and you start helping. But of course,
And I do look at Milford though.
he kind of just he kind of just like motions to back to your seat when you get up. Like, no, go ahead and sit back down.
I hate this.
Everybody
Okay.
else goes off and he says, "You I don't know who you learned from, but it was a good move going to Millie before me." I don't know what you said, Sam, but you got her absolutely and completely on your side about this. But what in the world? You talking about raising harpies?
I know. It is a crazy idea, but
I'm just concerned. Like, I mean, they get pretty big. And it's one thing to be worried about them, swooping down from the skies, and you can get a few shots at them with the sling before we need to run in the house. But if we're trying to take care of them, like, what if something happens? Like, obviously it'll be her and I doing all the feeding and interacting and stuff, and until we feel more comfortable. But
well, if I could stay here and do it, I would. But I can't take him to the city.
right. Well, I guess I just want to know what makes you think it'll work? Like, did you see a sign, or like, did one of them, you know what I mean? Just give me something. I gotta know what inspired this.
Well, the White Thrush feller, I actually can't remember his name at the moment. Takano. That white fella, I still just call him Takano. He talked about that, they've been been done before, and they didn't work out. But I mean, I know this family. I think it's in our blood to whatever we raised up all. We have our youngins. we usually don't stray very far. I mean, not all good beings are good beings, but I mean, we're not bad in any way, and I think if anybody has anybody that hasn't devoted their lives solely to trying to raise a harpy good is given a shot at it, I think we have the best chance.
This is a heart decision more than a head one, man. I can respect that. I mean, it would be a shame for the critters to never get a chance. I mean, they're smart enough to talk, you know. They're we'll give it a shot. I mean, it would break Millie's heart at this point if I went a different way. And I haven't been married this long by breaking my wife's heart, so.
Well, I'll give you an option. If you just don't ever feel comfortable letting somebody else feed them besides yourselves, and you feel like you're not getting anywhere with them or it can't be done, I'll come and I'll find somebody who can take care of them, or I'll figure out something else to do.
He does have like his head. You can actually tell he is laughing a little bit under his breath. We'll try to keep you appraised of how this all goes, but I just can't help but think about, well, if I get ate by a harpy, because I'm trying to raise one like a child. I'm glad the family doesn't visit the city too often. I don't want them to see what's in the papers. Local idiot eaten by wild harpy.
I mean, that almost happened to. I wouldn't call her an idiot, but one of our friends, she had a pretty rough time out there. I was pretty rough as well, If Takano hadn't come along when he did, we probably would have been in pretty bad shape. There were a lot more of them than us. But I think that's his point, is that they're strong naturally. And I think if we can just direct that in a positive sense, that, well, in the short while, they'd be just really sure helpful around the farm, for one, if they raise right and learn not to, start picking off, kinfolk.
What's in your mouth? Drop that. Jeremy! Drop Jeremy!
Spit Jeremy out right now!
Yeah.
We were just playing.
We were playing who could eat who. We were playing Harpy versus Sam. We were recreating the thing where you got picked up and, No.
I wasn't gonna really eat him, just kind of eat him.
Just a little bit.
little bit.
Yeah.
No, I like to think that, I'm not wanting us, to strive for fame or glory or anything like that, but I would like to think in 100 years' time, 200 years' time, if this is successful and we manage to, make some civilized, I don't like the way I say civilized. With the country accent, it sounds real bad. Sounds like I'm talking about expanding west.
Right. Oh, you mean manifest destiny? Yeah. I heard
Yes,
about
colonialism.
That. That's
we turn these things that people just see as monsters into people. I think we can make a mark on history that people will look back and point at. I think either way, people will point at it and say, "Look at these idiots that messed up," or "Look at these people that tried and that other people have tried before, but these ones succeeded." I know that Bert Sags, Good Beans, our family in general, that I mean, we put the hard work in.
We will. I don't know what else to say other than we will give it a best shot. And Rahala pipes up and says, I have some notes. I wrote up some like advice and things, and I was writing a lot. I didn't sleep much because I figured some of the things we researched could help you as you get to the point of having those questions of like what to do now, what to expect when it comes to these harpies.
To word that any
You're
better?
expecting harpy babies.
No.
Okay.
I was trying, but I'm also realizing that this is written very technically, and I should maybe... I'm going to do another draft of this, and I'll leave it with you.
Keep both. That way, I mean... there's two ways to look at this. Is like a science, strictly, and then... I would just treat them like, maybe a little strange, but adopted kin is how I would treat them.
That's all we got experience
born
with.
Sword feet, but yeah.
Sword feet.
I mean, yeah, we're going to do our best to make them feel at home here.
I've been thinking about that, singing to them. She said something about, singing to them, and you encourage them to use some of their gifts and stuff like that to grow. Perhaps like more of a musical, less of a song of luring, but more of a, how it would
Do you have
sing
any?
pastime and stuff like that. Maybe something like that, more musical oriented than
have beeswax handy.
Yeah,
I was going to say, do you have any deaf family members?
Not here on the farm, no.
This is especially old and slow ones. The really easy ones to catch. No, no.
So, we'll get it figured out. With her notes in hand, just so we know what kind of things have already been experienced. And she nods.
I guess to explain something out of character that I was trying to put is if we could not necessarily sing to them, but promote in a musical way, expanding with them to encourage them to use their gifts and stuff like that. So not necessarily sing, but play an instrument.
Mm-hmm.
Something
so
like
that way, yeah. So that they're not necessarily beguiling people on accident.
Yeah. But yeah, sorry. Go ahead. That's what I was trying to explain.
But he just says, basically, what he'll try to convey is that like they plan on trying to raise them as close to just family members as they can, because they need to do something as drastically different from what they would normally receive as possible. You can tell he is still a bit concerned for good reason, but I mean they're apparently going to give it a try. He is a little bit more like he's a little bit more concerned when Rala explains the like incubation period and stuff and how they're basically there, other than the fact that they're gonna have they'll have potentially ideal conditions here. So to him, you can see like that translates to like, oh, they could hatch any day now, which is technically true. So, so he's gonna get some stuff set up and start trying to make sure they have a place before they can build something else for him. It'll be a while before they can actually fly, so they got some time, but still.
I have
other than that,
a whole
go ahead.
I have a whole mess load of money I can use to fund a whole new structure as well. If you want to hire out some people to move in lumber, get it done quick. Because, I mean,
I might call on that. We're gonna have to figure out how much that's all gonna take. We didn't really have anything getting built out here for a little bit, so. But we'll get back to you on it.
no.
For now, the barn will do.
Yeah, once we
just
get
have to
back
make
to
an extra section.
Saigon, we can have that to where we can send the money around, since that's where it is.
Yeah, at least send out some, cut lumber and whatnot. We got all the woods here, but it takes a lot of effort to
It
work
does.
that.
It sure does. So someone comes in, says, "Paul, Takano's outside. He's heading over here."
Oh God, hot. Wait, I mean, no,
I
he's
think
over.
he's here to meet. I think he's here to meet you all this time.
Yeah.
Let him know I said hi. I'll be out in a little bit. I'm gonna talk to him.
All right.
Who you can see is peeking around the corner as he says that. And, like, he starts getting up and she disappears. But yeah, so you guys head out. See, Takano, a couple of other White Thrush members approaching. Once you meet with him, he gives you a bow. Says, "Nothing like a full day to be refreshed and not threatened from the skies. How have you all healed up?"
Oh, quite well, actually. Those harpy eggs could hatch any day now, by the way.
Yeah.
You see, like, the other two that are with him, like, go kind of pale. It's good to know. By any
We
day,
did some
you mean-
research. We did some research in town. Those two that I have looked about, 3-4 weeks out?
Yep. 3 to 4.
Yeah. So, depending on when those other ones, I gesture.
Right.
We're laid.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, they were conceived, I guess. Oof. Okay.
So, may keep an eye on those.
We will. We will get to those. Right. I'm sorry. I was lost in thought. That news notwithstanding, what were you all planning to do next? We did bring the body of that harpy back with us already. We got the kid back to his family. We're waiting on reinforcements still. They should be here in the next few days, but we did kill what looked to be both of the harpy leaders. The rest I don't expect to band together and mount another attack anytime soon. So if you're worried about us, I don't believe there's any need to be. But I'm curious what your plans were.
I mean, we still really wanted to get access to that stone temple, but I understand if it's not possible right now, and if it's not, I guess we'll have to be heading back to Saigon, because that's really what we came out here for. The harpies just happened to get in our way.
I can allow you on the campgrounds around it. Inside is a completely different story, however.
Would it help if I've been probably where I wasn't supposed to have been in there before?
No, it would not.
All right.
Like, he was like,
All right.
don't tell me that.
Yeah. All right, yeah.
Because technically for civilians, the only person who can give you a pass to enter the stone temples when you're not a member of the White Thrush is Altan Bayat Bar himself, the leader of our order. Obviously, you don't have to go meet him in person, but it's a few rungs up the ladder for me before I can just allow that.
That seems almost as difficult as becoming a White Thrush as to ask the boss of the White Thrush to go in.
One of them is a lifelong commitment, one you can earn through a few deeds and services. But there's a reason for that secrecy. These things vary in levels of danger. It's not to say that you'd be the first civilians to stumble upon one. In fact, I mean, reading the reports, I do know that Mr. Goodbean here was the one to discover the one that we're currently guarding. Not everyone...
Some might be empty. Some of them might have some kind of weird stolen creature in it or something like that.
I can tell
I've
you
heard.
we've never found any that are empty, per se. Some less filled with dangers than others. Part of the reason that they're not always discovered so quickly is because many times the first people to stumble upon them don't get to go tell the tale. And we don't know how to link those disappearances to the stone temples until we find them.
Of course.
Some of them have body counts in the dozens. There's hamlets that have gone off of the map completely for years before they were discovered. When one of these opens or its influence spread further, some of them house forces that their power seeps out to an extent over time. Sometimes we'll notice these strange events going on around them, which will allow us to then go investigate.
Sometime during that, Lamia kind of basically turns her back towards Takano, is just like looking out into the distance.
Are you thinking about the Catablio Pass?
Oh, the Canhoba
okay.
Pass.
Yeah, whatever you said.
They're weird that you said, that one.
Yeah, that's still an issue out here as well.
It is.
I'm trying to cover.
Yeah, I'm not making you roll. It was a good cover. So,
That was a good cover.
he says, no, those don't generally go towards settled areas. They tend to stay in the wilderness. Which is good for us. They're rather ferocious. No, I think I was just explaining why the secrecy is there. These things can be very, very dangerous. And there's no guaranteed way to contain what is in them once they're actually opened, other than the methods that, as I said, lifelong commitments to our craft, we have those. They don't necessarily extend to outsiders.
Right.
All that being said, we are facing an uphill battle that we always get to the starting line late. So, there's a lot of red tape. That being said, I would be happy to put in a letter of recommendation for you to assist. Who you could take that to varies. If you really want to impress, I suppose you could get closer to, holy shit, hold on. I forgot what the old capital is called. If you go to the capital, Darnananeto, it does have one of our major offices. Meeting the leaders there is the closest you can get to meeting Altan himself without immediately breaking the law by going to Gomor Hangel. So, other than that, if you know any other contacts in our organization, I encourage you to take it to them, because I won't be leaving here for some time.
I mean, we'll take any help we can get. A letter of recommendation would be wonderful, and we can take it. We've got another friend that may be able to assist us too, so we'll see if we can also get some help from them, and then 2 letters of recommendation is probably better than 1, right?
Oh,
yes.
Are you talking about Farewell?
Yeah, Wilmet's brother, yeah.
Oh, I know that gentleman. Yeah, good sort. Odd name, good sort. Excellent, yeah. Last I heard, he's not out in the field. He's actually in an office, so he could make things move in the cities more than I can right now.
That's good. Good to know that we've got a good chance working with him. Unfortunately, I haven't met him yet. Just only really know his sister. So gonna have to, introduce ourselves as well.
So hold on, it was you talking. So Sam and Lamia, you can both make perception checks real quick. You see, like one of the other white thrush kind of like tilts his head down and looks. He mutters something to himself. Oh Jesus!
Sam heard it.
Snoopy motherfuckers.
Sam heard it. Heard his
leans.
Heard his descendants.
So yeah, he's. You say that you met his sister and stuff. You see this guy kind of lean down and like kind of mutters something. At the same time, Takano like glances back at him for a second, but then like shakes his head. You hear him. What he mutters is, "Wish I knew his sister."
Oh man!
Oh my goodness!
Wow!
So you like see the look from Takano.
This
like,
guy.
Really? But
this guy.
Yeah.
He carries on, regardless. The guy like he says it and he kind of like clears his throat. And he's like kind of scuffing his boots on the grass and stuff. Like he's like, I didn't say anything.
I didn't say anything. No.
Did
How dare you?
Lamia
I
hear
challenge
that?
you to a duel for her honor.
You both
Okay, we
heard
both
it.
heard it. Yeah, Lamia's gonna elbow him.
It's a long elbow.
Sam, or are you gonna go elbow the guy because he's not standing
gonna-
next to you?
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go. Well, when I say elbow, I mean I'm gonna walk past him and give him a rough brush, and then continue moving backward to the group. Like, it's
you walk up
obvious,
to him.
Yeah. Like obviously, yes,
Just
that's a
Muay
kind of
Thai
aggressive,
overhand
but...
elbow right to the chin.
God.
So
I'm gonna drop kick him and then I'll walk back to where I was.
Yeah. Yeah.
But okay, so you like kind of bump him. He looks kind of startled. Like he doesn't seem to know why you did that. Like those
Yeah,
two
that's
things
fair.
don't go together in his head.
That's fair.
Just like what the fuck? Takano's just right. So so you guys will head back to your office.
Probably, yeah.
Back to Saikon. Oh my goodness.
A minute.
You say what, Panda?
I said it's been a minute.
Oh yeah. He says, "All right. Only other question I have is the egg situation.
Yeah.
Do you need us to take those other two back?
Nope.
Good.
Do you have more you need us to take? I'm joking. I barely got him to
Not
accept.
joking.
No, we're coming up with a plan of attack. We're gonna build a structure here for him, and see what we can do. Hopefully, we're more successful than others have tried to be.
Best of luck. We're trying to see if we can get word out to some contacts with the Federo, and maybe they'll take them from us. Otherwise, this just seems like a recipe for disaster. A little bit more on what we've discovered out here. We did find evidence that those harpies have been in this area for some time. Their interests mostly centered on the temple itself. Not years, mind you, but maybe the last 9 to 10 months or so.
Did we show the White Thrust everything that we found written and such like that?
No.
Well, we will now.
Okay.
Since we're talking about why the harpies have been here, we'll be like, well, we found this on on the leader's body that we went because we found it. So we found all this stuff.
He takes it, looks through it. Interesting. So yeah, something drew them here. They think this is their ancestral homeland, maybe? These scrolls are... Hold on. He shows it to the guy that you elbowed, Lamia. The guy looks at it. Kind of rubs his hand across it. And it sounds like he starts to kind of whistle. Like this odd, like pitchy... it's not like a full like shrill whistle. It's almost like when someone. It's almost like sounds like when someone fails to whistle, like it doesn't quite hit the shrill note, like they're just blowing air, but it seems to pitch and move like a whistle would. It just sounds like this like very controlled wind.
So me, every time I try and whistle,
Can't whistle.
This does not sound controlled.
I cannot.
This is not that is not sound controlled. It just sounds like you're just blowing. This sounds almost more musical, right? Not like it doesn't sound like a normal thing that someone could do, unless you like really practice at it. But it's like an odd thing. Like I'm gonna practice not whistling, but making a tune by sounding like I'm almost whistling, right? So he does that for a few seconds, and as he's like tracing the paper, he says, "It's Auran. This is Auran. It's planar language of air. Interesting. Do you understand what it says?" "No. I've learned the cadence, but I don't know the meaning." I'm not sure who does. Maybe if we have the spell, the comprehension languages. Right. I can try to have these translated. Rahala's like bouncing. I was gonna do that. Like, do you mind if we keep these? Like, they don't seem to notice that that's what she's doing.
Yeah.
Do you mind if we take these with us? We could probably have them translated. It may take some time.
I look over at Rahala and be like, "Do you think you could do it?"
I'm certain I could, actually. We're going to have to get back, of course, to our base, where I have a lot more means to do so, but I could have them translated, personally.
Oh, but of course, why don't we just take care of that? I did it in a very staged way, where I asked her, at like knowing the answer, of course, and I'm like, I think we'll get it.
Takano just kind of smirks. He says, I see. Okay.
We'll definitely send along the meaning, though.
Okay.
You can send it to the Birdsag here, and we come to check in on them often.
Great.
They've done us the great service of receiving our mail whenever it is needed. All the really important stuff comes by bird, usually. But yeah, so he'll hand that back. The guy just says, "So the harpies speak Auran. It's not a language. I mean, I guess they could have passed it down for a long time, but mostly that comes from creatures from different planes. Odd."
Well, I wonder if it has anything to do with the deity they worship. If that's from potentially like the airplane or whatever. I'm not a religious expert by any means, but generally stuff like that is where they get, traditions like language.
It could easily be that. One of the very little known facts in most of the larger cities is there are gods out there we don't really know, but they have a large enough following that they have power. They're not going to appear on any lists of primary pantheons, but they're there. They exist. This could be one of those cases. Let's hope it's not.
Yeah. Also, just potentially, without incriminating ourselves in any way, sometimes these stone temples tend to house statues or altars to Nassans, and it could potentially be that this thing they're worshipping involves the stone temple and is a Nassa inside. So when you guys do get in there, just to give you a fair warning of what you might expect inside.
He nods.
Just from what I've heard. Of course.
Lamia's definitely not looking that way.
We've done significant research about temples.
Yeah.
Surely that will coincide with your findings that y'all have as well. Seeing as you also study things about these temples.
Look, I also tend to get information from sources I can't always reveal for the protection of those sources.
One of them was a bandit. Oh, I mean,
ask about your sources.
Yeah. I just stare at Sam when he says that. That's not the one I was talking about, but okay.
I'm not going to ask about your sources. Have you come into contact with any of these statues?
Yes, unfortunately.
Where?
The kind of jerks.
yeah.
They can be. Where did you find it? That's the exact kind of thing we have to keep contained.
It's
there's
contained now.
One, you know that temple that you just said you guys were going to in Manhansai, like that way?
Yes.
There's one in there. He's very rude.
What kind of contact did you have with it? Did you just see it? Did you...
We kind of destroyed his entire worshiper base. Oh, and he definitely sent dancing skeletons after us. This was an accident. We didn't know he was there. Look, we just went into this. It was a mine, and then there was a thing inside the mine. I'm just so you know, we weren't breaking rules specifically on purpose or anything. We were going into the mine, and then this was in there, and then we had to get out of there. But yeah, he.
We had permission to go in the mine.
Right. But
Right.
so he. We also talked to the statue, and at least I did. I don't know if you guys did. And he kind of laughed at us a bunch. He was very rude.
Skeletons want me to kiss him.
Yeah.
I should have you quarantined.
Well, it's been a hot minute, so I'd be a little late for that.
These things wait thousands of years if need be.
I mean, at least you'll know where to find us. Normally, you know, the big populated city.
I do have concerns, but
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you this. He did try and root himself in my brain, but we met a friend who made that not happen.
okay.
This is going to sound crazier than saying I met an ass. We met this guy who said he was Shaluvi. He transformed into a big bear with spikes and thorns, and he, helped us out.
Huh. You are not the typical group of... What do we call you? Retrievers?
Alduin
Requisitioners?
Logistics and Company.
It's
And
all
retrieval.
just logistics in retrieval. It's a
Yeah.
company, but I believe the term most people use is seekers. But whatever.
Definitely not the typical group of those either.
No.
I had to fight a dream tiger to save my bird.
You know, that is a new one. That
Yeah.
I can honestly say that's a new one. Did you win?
I mean, I didn't lose.
You know, sometimes that's just as good.
Yeah. The tiger. The size of a house. Yeah.
But yes,
Fucking tiger. There was a job about that recently that someone...
He's a large bird too. That's him.
missions- They ended up having to take
Likes that
military action
scarecrow.
out there.
Oh.
Which is
Oh.
well. But
Oh. So this is like an actual.
an actual large tiger.
Okay.
I don't know if it was house size necessarily, but they did say it was larger than normal, and they're already pretty big.
Yeah.
Regardless, that's very good to know. Thankfully, we've already got people headed that direction. They're not all headed back. Okay, and that's the only one you've encountered?
I look at Lamia because I'm not going to tell if she's not going to tell.
Lamia's been looking away the
I
entire
know.
time.
That's why I'm looking at you.
She doesn't know.
Man, that as far as I know, that's the only one I've ever talked to. So
Oh, I mean, it's definitely the only one I've ever talked to. There was a guy we met in another stone temple, but he doesn't exist anymore. It's a
Yeah.
hard thing to explain.
those damn storm wardens are
It is
flood that place now. So
Um,
at that point, it was choose your enemy. Storm wardens or bandits. And I'd rather have the storm wardens. as an ally than against us. Or I guess less enemy.
Okay.
Ally seems a little strange. Wrong words.
All right,
They
Lamia, I
chose
need
not
a
to
bluff
choose.
check from you.
Good enough.
Oh, good. All right, here's my natural one for the night.
You're so negative.
Shut up.
So negative.
It wasn't
That's not a
natural,
natural
one,
one.
but I knew it was going to be low. It's always low.
You said that was a bluff saving throw, right?
Saving throw.
That would be worse.
And since those don't exist, it's the same roll. Okay.
Oh, that means I can re-roll it though, right?
So he's looking at Lamia now, who doesn't realize he's looking at her.
Yep,
He says,
I don't.
Lamia, what did you encounter?
Sorry, what? I haven't been paying attention.
Even when your name
I
is
will
called?
in character chuckle at that, by the way.
Well, I mean, when he called, but when he said, what have you encountered? That's what I'm saying.
He called your name and waited a beat and then asked a question.
Oh, okay.
That's why he's like, I called your name and then asked that, so why would you not have heard? That's why he's giving you that tone.
Oh, sorry. What have I encountered? What, where?
The statue. In a
The
place
statue.
you probably shouldn't have been in.
Lamia will glance over at Ren. Or not, Eli, sorry.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna
They
just
haven't
Different
said
campaign.
shake my head and shrug. I'm gonna be like,
It's
we
just-
said
They
what
haven't
we
said
agreed
anything,
to,
but
which was nothing. Well, except it's nothing now.
my order
Okay.
deals with these situations. We try to keep them contained for a reason.
Uh-huh.
So if you've encountered something, we really need to know.
Well, it was a statue. Don't quite know. It was a temple of Mishani, right? Or was it a temple of Mr. Gaia? It had combinations of both things, didn't it?
It had things related to both. But there was enough missing things you don't know necessarily who it was ultimately dedicated to.
Yeah.
It appeared that it had originally been a temple to Mr. Gaia. But, yeah.
But and then Lamia will shrug at the nobody giving her answer, and it's like, yeah, it was in a temple, kind of undergroundish. It was a statue. I did talk to it, yeah.
What else can you tell me? What else happened? It talked back? Did it give you a name? Did it...
It did talk back.
Okay.
We got a name later. The name given was Neluxifix.
It's really hard to spell.
He glances at the other two with him. They both shake their heads. Great. Did anything from that temple leave with you?
Okay, Lamia does look at Eli this time with panic, screaming eyes.
You're obviously looking at someone else. He says, listen, before you decide to keep additional secrets, this is legitimately a matter of national security.
That's where I got the cup from, right?
That is where you
Yes,
got the cup
it is where
from.
you got the
You
cup.
stole
All
that
right.
cup.
I'll sigh and be like, yes. And I'll pull out the cup. Found this in there. It can purify water that you put into it to make it drinkable.
I told you not to take things from the weird, creepy, undead area with the spooky stuff and the illusion.
How
glamour.
useful is clean water, though? I mean, that is a gift. All right.
I'm going to have to confiscate that.
Okay, I understand.
Is this the only thing?
That's the only thing I took. Well, wait, did I take? No, there were a bunch of
He hands it to the
Other-
person on his left.
tidbits in there. I don't think I took any. I wanted to take a bunch, but that kind of wore on me that maybe I shouldn't be taking stuff from there. I just took the
Right.
cup because I kind of hate it, man. I took it.
No, we didn't take anything that was there when we showed up, if that makes sense. Like another person had brought some things and we took that guy's stuff.
Yeah.
That's a little
okay.
different than taking things from there. Because we did take
Hopefully.
Von Murray's stuff.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
true.
you don't know who that is.
No, that's what I said. He doesn't exist anymore. I can't explain it to you.
Yeah.
Okay. If that's it, no other outside influences, no strange behavior, diseases, sicknesses.
I'm gonna lean in and be like, so I have this weird little ability where I can kind of dream around, and I had a chat with this Naloxifix fellow. He was a big scary wolf and he wanted to eat me, but he didn't. He's looking to spread his influence, and so you should be on the lookout for him. Anybody professing any kind of allegiance, anything like that, any kind of weird stuff going on with him, it is something to watch out for.
Where did you find this?
I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Where did you find this?
Oh, okay. I explained the Storm Wardens thing because the exact location I don't actually know, and I will also explain that. I was like, so we were in this thing, and then we went through this like portal, and then we fell. So I don't actually know where it physically was. Super great because we kind of did a whole bunch of weird teleportation.
We did.
Yeah, and so, but we reached it from this catacomb area of this base, but the Storm Wardens are there. So good luck getting in there.
There was also a guy with a pet slime.
Oh yeah, he was real weird. He had a lot of weird pets.
Got it. Okay.
And a door I won't open.
That's got to take priority. We can't have that kind of influence escaping. It can be nearly impossible to contain. They can go unnoticed for years. There's a few that are already out there. At a certain point, we just have to reallocate resources to stopping what we can. Some evils that re-enter the world, we just don't have the manpower to contain anymore.
Right. No, I agree. And I'll tell you this, as much as I'm not a member of your order, we have a very similar goal in this. My employer, shall I say, is really looking to get these guys off the map, so to speak. So we'll be on that same side of things for you.
Then let's both hope this particular phenomenon is contained here in Setsegia, because it may not be.
Mm-hmm.
If you start to experience anything else different, try to find someone from our order.
Sounds like a good idea, a good plan. If anything strange starts rooting around. So I do have one more quick question. You guys have experience with this, is why I ask.
Yes.
Do you know anything about purifying ground or areas that have like a malign influence on them?
Consecration.
Right, yeah, that.
I'm not capable of it myself, but there are members of the Order who are. Sometimes we need to employ the assistance of local priests and things who are powerful enough to do so. Why?
There's another job I have coming up in the future where that might be necessary. There's a house that's got some wibbly, wobbly, skeevy stuff going on.
Interesting. Yeah, you're looking for someone to help you consecrate the grounds. It'll make them less hospitable to the undead or other forces of evil. It can have varying effects on other supernatural entities, but that's what you'd be looking for.
Okay, great. Yeah, I appreciate that because I know very little about that.
Yeah. If whatever is happening is otherwise planar, like inner planes, elemental in nature, that kind of thing. You're looking for more thaumaturgic means, which I don't have context for, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I've got a very vague description, so I'm just trying to, find more options to assist me with it in the future.
Of course. Well, Zatsegi is a big place. Ask around, I'm sure you can find someone.
Yeah. Also, do you know, I know the White Thrush is primarily here, but do you have any Federo contacts that could potentially help in other areas? Because this job is actually overseas. Oh, sort of.
None of our Federo contacts, I don't even think would even tell us if they could. We
Gotcha.
are persona non grata in Gurga, for sure. We have to fend off agents of that nation on the occasion, seeing as we, in some ways, represent what they see as the reason for this brewing war.
Makes things a bit difficult. But I'll still see who I can find, just so I can at least ask them questions.
It's a lot harder when you have family there.
Don't I know it?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Best of luck, though. Oh, the letter. He reaches into his satchel and just pulls out a letter that he already wrote.
Tuck that into my waistcoat. Appreciate it greatly.
It is sealed, so you don't read it before you hand it in, because they'll want to make sure the seal is intact.
Definitely.
What do you do with those that you have to quarantine?
He looks you right in the eyes, Lamia, and he says, "Whatever we have to."
Fair enough.
We generally will start with attempting to break any curses or specific enchantments on them, and work our way up from there.
Makes sense.
He nods. It is always best for them to come to us than us to have to find them.
If we find anybody who has these problems, what's the best way to go about pointing them your direction? Because, like I said, we came across this Nilux fellow, and we've come across the Vladimir one from the other place. It's likely in our travels that we might come across another person, and now knowing what to look for, is it best to contact a specific person in your order, or will any White Thrush people be able to handle this?
Anyone. We all very rigorously know the chain of command. So
Got it.
anyone in our order, and if you can't find anyone, even reaching out to the local cards, they usually have ways to contact us.
Great. Quite useful in the future, I'm sure.
It is. As busy as we are, we welcome more work.
Now, I'm going to tell you something that you and I are going to have to walk this way for a bit. I know your gentlemen here are probably very trustworthy, but this is a thing that I just want between you and me for a minute, and you can decide what to do with this information once I give it to you. That's all right.
Nods. Looks at the other two who just kind of shrug. They seem to trust him, so he walks with you.
So, I've been implicated or have recent falling out with the Dorat family and the Hearth Modric in particular. And part of that comes from with some dealings I had with Tressa Dorat and finding out that this Vladimiri fellow from the other temple that we ran into is somehow connected to her.
Really?
Do with that information what you will. I can't make anything of it, and I don't expect you to, because she has powerful friends and fingers everywhere. And I don't want to put you in any actual danger having to deal with this woman.
What kind of connection?
That's a little ambiguous. She seemed to know that the statue was there. She also seems to know a lot about these statues. And I said we destroyed his Wishpa base, but he's still kicking. And since she knows about it, I think she has a connection as a worshipper or something there to enable him to persist even though his entire worshipper base was destroyed.
Interesting. If I keep things unofficial, there's not much I can do with that other than keep an eye out. But you aren't the first reason we've had to be suspicious of her.
Well, I just felt like it was my duty to tell you because you have people there, and I don't want them to have to, come down with the wrath of the Dorat family.
Thank you. I'll try to see how we can get that looked into. It'll help once we've had our people uncover what they can from those mines.
Yeah. The less people that know about it, I'm sure, the better. That's why I wanted to exclude your friends. Not that I don't trust them, but I figure, keep the circle small will help on this one.
You were right.
There was a troll in there. We took care of it. Sorry. Am I along with that
I mean, you can
conversation?
be.
Okay,
You can be. He and I took a walk, so.
Okay. Yeah, there was a troll in there. Hey, I got really good ears.
You can say you jogged along when you thought of that, right?
Yeah. I didn't know you were going to be talking about the cave, but yeah, no. Also, there, I do want to say that that ceiling grabber asshole thing. Remember that thing that tried to snatch us up? Did we kill that, or is that still in there?
Well, you definitely didn't kill it.
All right. Yeah. Didn't remember. Yeah. So there's something in there that tries to snatch you up from the ceiling if you're not careful. It comes down and tries to grab you up.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. I doubt I can get word to anyone who's going in time for that to matter, but they're well trained.
Oh no. Okay.
But they're well trained in exploring these areas. We all have different talents.
Okay.
We don't have any of their specialists with us right now because we were mostly just on lookout. And,
yes,
of course, myself, mostly here in case things go very badly. But thank you. I will take that under consideration. What kind of trouble are you in with the Dorat?
I wish I knew that myself.
Now, that's a horrible position to be in.
Yeah.
I do not envy you.
I just received word that they're doing something. They tried to buy out my company, and I told them no, they didn't like that. Then they tried to kill us, kind of. It's a whole bit of fun. Now, apparently, they're suing us or something. I don't know.
Tsetsegia used to be a nation where it was very difficult for that type of person to be successful. The ones who politic and throw their money around. It's enough to make you dislike the modern era sometimes.
Can be difficult. She's also very magically influential, to put it one way. We had a run-in with a bandit that she had managed to domineer, essentially, which is what she tried to use to kill us. That was less than fortunate. So, yeah, she can be anywhere. This is a tough part.
I do want to remind you that she also has a choker body alteration.
Yeah, she's just trying to make herself look harder. She's very vain.
I'm just saying that could be like a detail that may or may not be good to know. I don't know.
I mean, in theory, it could also mean somebody's impersonating her.
Well, you can't change it that much.
You can't change that much. Yeah, it's not like quite a disguise. It's just a touch-up.
No.
She's just very vain.
Well,
yeah. They probably think that song's about them.
If you
Thank you, Carly.
Come up with any kind of proof to link them to any of these things, or that they've tried to make attempts on your life, anything like that could be incredibly valuable.
Well, if I had proof, I'd use it. But unfortunately, all I've got is my word at the moment and a warning because, I don't want other people to fall afoul of them if possible.
Don't go too the local guard if you find it. Find a white thrush, or if you're in Saigon, the Windspear herself stations in Saigon, at least for now, last I heard. You can go to her offices.
I will do that. If I come across any proof that's actually actionable.
Yeah. Nothing's ever simple, is it?
No, unfortunately, she's very good at covering her tracks, and her husband's thorough as well, it seems.
I guess there's no surprises there. Well, I've got nothing else. As they circle back around to the rest of you.
Great. It was wonderful meeting you guys. Thank you for not shooting us all in the face when you had the opportunity. And, we'll hopefully see you again under better circumstances.
Yes, likewise. Maybe when we finally let us out of these woods, but who knows if that'll ever happen.
Well, I mean, if you are in Saigon, do come look us up, so...
Are you gonna get
Everybody
split?
knows the spooky, shadowy building to stay away from. It's got the sign on it. They'll point you right to us. It's handwritten sign, can't miss it.
We'll
That's
definitely
against Woods?
not for the first 6 to 7 months, no.
That's true. Also, I think I'm building up a resistance to arrows. I mean, pretty soon, limbs won't hurt no more.
Slowly building DR for specifically arrows.
Just
That would be kind of funny.
Arrows are of powerful poison, difficult to build resistance to. It's quite lethal.
I've been microdosing with power darts.
Smell this? No, you don't, because it's iocane powder. Smell is tasteless. So that's what I think of. Is I've been slowly dosing the most powerful poison in the world by shooting myself with arrows.
Now the calluses have built up so much, the arrows just bounce off. That arrow's dull. Oh no. But yeah. So yeah, he will bid you all farewell, and they do take a moment to go and say hi to some of the Burt Sags before they leave.
I will look at Lamia and be like, well, that was close.
That was close.
Lamia looks back at him quite solemn-like and just states, if either of you two ever feel that you should, go ahead and report me to them. I won't even judge you or be angry.
It's not my secret to give. And as apparently a employee of Mishani now, keep secrets.
I mean,
I did say my employer.
Snitches get stitches. So,
technically, I guess it was her servant that employed me, but whatever,
Yeah.
So she'll look at Rahala and I mean that for you too, especially for you.
I'm not gonna be the only snitch in the group. Look, just don't again, and we're good.
Yeah. Sam even got you a peafowl.
Yeah, I ate that this morning.
I know.
you did.
Yeah.
Empty cage with feathers.
What was I feeding? Possum is just has the feathers stuck in it.
It's just a small group
Jimmy.
of field mice. Just you got some more?
Oh.
Thought there was just free grub in here, man. Hey, where's he going? Why does he look all mad?
Oh, God, he's coming back with a sack. I'm yelling the nuggets. Snack size.
Jesus.
Well, now
Yeah.
that we have that done, I guess we'll start heading back home.
I mean, we could probably wait till we at least have another nice home-cooked meal before we leave.
And Verbrong needs to go wherever he's going, right?
Oh, that's right.
I mean,
Yeah, that's been kind of postponed for now, but yeah.
yeah.
I mean, he's
As
coming
do I.
back with us, right? Or is he...
Yeah, for now.
Yeah, I do believe he's coming back with us. That was the plan because he's going to have to take a break on going to
He needs a
Avrahana.
boat. A large boat.
Because the
Known
people
as
he
a
was
ship.
gonna go with, disappeared. So
Yeah.
obviously
Also,
that's
now
still
that
his
he's
goal,
gone,
but,
apparently people find those temples all the time and they just go missing. If we could start looking for like missing people jobs,
I was having the exact same thought as you. Was
Like,
if
I
we
didn't
could
wanna
just
say that
beat the white
earlier.
thrush to finding him.
yeah.
well, the other thing is people disappear for other reasons too.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but
Like
This
all
thing's
the
like
eventually-
a
Setsegia
totally
woods-
pass out in the woods.
Basically,
I'm sure
all
that's
the
what
woods in
people go
Setsegia are fairy tale woods. That's
Yeah.
why they're fucking dangerous.
Rule number 1 is don't go into the dark woods by yourself. Anyways.
Yeah.
Rule number 2 is if any strange, potentially hairy person asks you to compete against them in anything, don't do that.
Right?
I don't know why they're always hairy in fairy tales, but they are. It's really
Oh.
weird.
not
And
fairy
so they
tale
can be
related, but
warm.
If there's like a one-eyed dude who seems to know a whole lot of stuff that he shouldn't, it's
Odin.
Odin.
Yeah, it's Odin. It's always Odin.
Don't call him out, but it's Odin. Like, he will never
the way-
admit to it, no matter how obviously Odin he is.
I love the way Jason on Myths and Legends podcast phrases that, which every time is like, I'm not Odin. That totally handsome, awesome guy over there, that's not me. But if it was me, it's every time. Because we're like, hi, Odin. He's like, I'm not Odin.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, so. But
So I
yes,
guess we're
that's still
saying
not a
one
bad
more
idea.
day.
That's still not a bad idea. I imagine
I mean,
Eli pushing to
at
stay
least
for a
for-
home cooked meal as he's like he's getting a little bit of a paunch after all the biscuits and gravy.
Whatever time it is, just the next meal, I was going to say we set off. Because it's early, right, still? Because we did that in the
Yes,
morning.
it is early, yeah.
Yeah, so we eat lunch, then we leave. That was more my
Oh, okay,
idea.
okay.
I was not trying to stay a whole extra day. I just wanted to eat one more good food before we go back to road rations and making me cook.
Sam, do you need a de-wool ginger?
D-wool. Need shear?
excuse
Yes,
me.
yes.
I believe,
Yes.
I believe the term is sheer.
She'll be naked if I de-wool her. Okay. I don't think we got enough nair on the planet to do that.
Dude, that's some burns.
Yeah.
Don't leave it on too long.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
I was just asking because we'll be on the road for a bit.
How many days?
A bit.
She got a percentage left. A decent amount of percentage.
Psychon is
I'm looking
far.
at mine.
Yeah, Sycon's
uh,
pretty far.
If you're gonna take the road, so you got a half day back to Bayan.
I think I was at 76%.
Oh no, I ran out of. Fuck.
I mean, 3/4 is enough. Yeah.
because it's 255.6.
Yeah, I'll do that tonight.
It took me like almost a month when I went out from Delgi, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly.
Yeah, but you're a scrub.
But you're by yourself, which means it's assumed that you're probably having to make more stops and things, or like find
Yeah.
people to like guide you and whatnot. Like it's not just like a straight shot.
Wait,
You've
me
never
and my
been out there
eyes.
before, So, but it took a while. Let's see, so that's a long
Yeah, 76%. I think that's close enough to do some
Yeah, 'cause
churn.
That puts her at the. She's woolly now.
Yeah,
Wooly.
she's not quite. She's not like Wooloo quite yet.
Divided by.
Every time we hit that change in the music, I always think the music turned off, and I almost go to ask you something about it, and then it starts playing again.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot the half day. So, assuming nothing else goes wrong, or that you don't run anything, or it doesn't start storming harder, then you're looking at about 7 days of travel if you go on the road and you just go straight there, no extra stops of any kind. You get about 7 full days of travel.
Cool.
No, I don't want her getting overheated. I'll go ahead. Do some churn.
And you
Plus,
also know that
look.
it's probably going to take
Yeah.
longer than that.
Yeah, knowing us.
Yeah.
And
I might see a
weather
shiny
and
something.
all that stuff. So cool. So you're going
Might
to
see a
shear. You're going to shear the aminal.
Yep.
We will go with profession farmer for this.
You will.
And now to find my notes on how much wool is wool.
How
If you're
much
gonna keep
wool
If you're going to
could a wool chuck
Jesus.
chuck if a wool chuck could chuck wool?
Are you keeping?
I mean, I already
it, or
have
are you
20
giving it to the bird sag.
I mean, I have 20 pounds of unworked wool back at the place.
You do.
Yeah. So I have a whole bunch that I can, in theory, have done there now.
76.
Yeah. And I rolled a natural 20 on Profession Farmer.
I see.
Nice.
For
Good
20.
old farm boy there.
Oh, Sam, what do you... You're still good at that, huh?
Right?
What? Like what? Just...
Okay, so the math was that 12.25 pounds is 1 square
God.
yard.
I forgot
Which is
about
6
this.
gold.
Yeah, we did do the math on this. That was funny.
I don't
remember that.
remember. I don't know. I don't remember what she was at when you sheared her last, but she's at a lot more now.
That episode like 5 that I sheared her or some shit.
Yeah, it was like way back.
It was
It
early.
was a while ago, yeah.
Good God,
I feel like it was
Okay.
like the second episode.
I can't remember how big is. Hold on. Pathfinder sheep. I don't remember what size the sheep is. I think they're small. No, they're medium. Okay. Good. Okay, good. So the math doesn't turn completely fucking absurd.
Yay!
You have 300 pounds of wool on a
Bro?
100-pound animal. Yeah,
I
like,
was like, oh no!
yeah.
Weight multiplies by a factor of 4 per or 8 by size category, so that could have got crazy.
That's a lot.
I'm only gonna multiply it by 4, but for this, so medium to large. She's at sheep can get up to like 30 pounds. Let's see, in a year, right? Hold on, or that's how much you can produce.
Yeah. I had 20 last time, so...
Yeah, I know she was pretty full, but a Shorse is obviously quite a bit bigger.
Yeah, well,
So,
yeah. But also
say-
thinner coat. Or, like, not as
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, that's why I'm not multiplying it by 8 because that,
Yeah.
no. Cool. Where's my calculator? Roll math. Brought to you by
That's
the
what you come for.
Unnatural
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Wool
That's what you
math.
come here for.
Yep. Wool
Okay,
math.
You'll never get the experience anywhere else. Probably.
Yeah, what other D&D group has to do wool math?
so 22 and a
Future
half.
farmers of Dungeons and
Okay.
Dragons. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're just going to times 4. Oh, neat. That's nice and neat. So,
This is how I tricked my cousins into playing D&D with me. I told them they could do Future Farmers of America in Dungeons and Dragons.
that's still fucking crazy. That is 90 pounds of wool.
Oh!
Yeah, a lot of wool there, buddy.
Yeah, I don't think I can take that with me.
I don't think you can.
Hey, you got that extra dimensional space, right?
Yeah.
Shove this in there.
90 fucking. So that's gonna take a little bit. So yeah, I'm assuming. Do you do that after lunch, or you do that while you're waiting for lunch?
I don't know.
It does.
Waiting
It's how
for
quickly
lunch.
I get it done.
Either
I would
way,
do it
it's gonna
before lunch,
take.
probably.
It's gonna take a little bit of time.
Yeah.
That's gonna take a little bit of time, and especially when you let them know that you're gonna be leaving after you have lunch. Millie makes a much bigger lunch.
Aw.
So if she cooks for a little bit longer. It takes a little bit longer to get to it. And obviously makes you guys some like leftovers and other stuff to take with you. So either way, we'll
Yes.
say all in all, you guys are leaving maybe around 2-3 p.m. instead of like around noonish.
Okay.
We'll just be definitive and say 3 p.m.
Sounds good.
because to account for the for the Volu goodbye.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
So Sam, how much of that wool do you want to take with you?
None of it, I guess.
You just
Like,
leave it all 90 pounds.
Yep. Hey, I left it in a sack in there. I went ahead and sheared Ginger. You might need get one of the younger ones to grab it. She was a lot denser. I think some of those Hallet rations we've been giving her has been making her getting her vitamins up. You might look into that. Has a lot of
The
a lot
alfalfa?
more.
That and
Yeah,
the
a lot more
would've
alfalfa
done it.
in there.
That would have done it too. Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, we can make
Certainly
we
made
can
it
make
more
use of wool.
gassy.
We
Yeah.
could definitely make use of the wool. How much?
Yeah,
you said
it's that
was?
off color.
Oh yeah, that don't matter unless you're selling it. I mean, we can make stuff.
Did he ask how much there was?
Yeah.
It's in the 100-pound sack and it's almost full.
That'll keep us going for a little while, I say.
Yeah, that's a lot of hats for the youngins.
That's a lot of hats. That'll do us some good in the wintertime, especially.
Yeah.
But thank you. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. Just don't be strangers now, especially now that
Yeah.
you got some.
Yeah, I
some little
gotta
ones
come back and
that's
see.
gonna be running around soon or flying around. Guess we'll find out.
Faye and
You
mine,
can't
right?
really call them rugrats, I suppose, since they don't really
Sky
touch
rats.
the ground.
No,
Yeah,
those are
that's
pigeons.
seagulls.
Oh,
It depends on where you're from, I guess. The pigeons if you live more inland, the seagulls if you live by the coast.
What's a seagull? One of the kids.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what takes you an extra hour.
Yep. Explaining the monstrosity that are seagulls. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And
They're like pigeons,
how
but
far
worse.
is the coast? How big is the ocean? Is it this big?
Way worse.
Is
Pigeons
it
are
from
much
here
better.
To runs to a tree all the way over to here, or is it bigger than that? Yeah.
Oh yes.
Eventually, I just draw on the dirt. Yeah, and here's this. Yeah.
Don't forget to use your hand. No, don't use your hand.
You guys finally are able to get out of there with another sack of goodies that will act as a day's worth of rations for each of you.
Sweet.
They're way better. Sam, since you are part Volu, whenever you choose to eat these this Volu goodie bag, you will get a +2 to any fortitude saves you make that day.
Oh.
How many do we get? Sorry.
One.
One
each.
Yeah, you got one each. So you know Lamia can't, or she could eat hers, but she wouldn't
Yeah.
enjoy it. So
Yeah. I steal your goodie bags.
It wouldn't really be stilling.
Yeah. Goodie bag.
I mean, I suppose it still would be if you weren't willing to part with them.
Yeah,
since
but
I'm sure you're willing to part with
You got
them.
a plus what now?
+2 to fortitude saves.
when you
For
eat it.
that whole day, whenever you use those two.
Okay.
Subsist on those for the day. And it's not like just regular ass trail rations either. There's like a little loaf of like honey cake in there, and like some good shit is in that. You know, it's not gonna keep forever, but it'll keep for a while. Yeah, about maybe a week or so. But anyway, cool. So you guys head out. Let's just scoot this map over a bit here. I'm gonna zoom out just a bit. This sounds like it should be on the ominous playlist. Yeah.
Right. Does sound ominous. Quite.
Brain. There it is.
You were something about the map.
Yeah. I'm gonna zoom out on the chat for a little bit here. Cool. And we'll just kind of pull over to this area so you can kind of see the full swath of where you guys are. So, as you guys are heading back to Saigon, do you stop in any particular cities for any specific reasons, or are you mostly planning to straight shot?
I was planning on pretty much straight shotting, but
You have Bayan,
See if we can get
Sean,
but, like-
which is where the Markham family is. You have Balan, Curran, and then Saigon finally.
other than probably trying to time our stops for sleeping in cities if possible, I don't have anywhere. I mean, we might stop by the Markhams and say hi, maybe have dinner with them. That seems nice.
Let's try and get beset by bandits. So that way we can use that mirror.
Here, you can have this mirror.
Yeah.
Make sure you brush your hair.
Here you go.
Yeah. You're looking a little rough, bud. You should probably brush your hair. Here's a comb. Just comb, mirror, just hand them all over. Like, yeah.
Okay. So other than that, Eli has no specific stops he wants. Lamia, what about you?
No specific stops for Lamia, but when we do stops at like towns and such like that, she of course is not going to sleep in a house or an inn.
Gotcha. Sam, what about you?
I'm going to report her to the nearest white thrush. She's acting weird. She's not sleeping in houses.
Yeah.
That's okay. My next character I want to try and do is a changeling investigator. It's my idea.
Now your character will never die, and you have to keep playing this one. No,
You're a true changeling too. Okay.
Yeah.
Since you guys discovered that in another campaign.
Yep.
Here, have this mirror. No.
Yeah. Whenever we stop in a town, I want to find a knickknack of some kind.
And you.
A knickknack of some kind?
Yeah, like a gift, if you will, because I'm getting Hattie stuff.
Oh, souvenirs. Okay.
Or a talking tertian hammer.
That's a little more than a knick-knack.
Well, that was
So
my
are you trying to
knickknack
get
that I
stuff
found in the other
all of
campaign.
them? Are you trying to get stuff from each city you stopped
More
in?
than a knick-knack.
Sure.
No.
Okay. All right. So we will say in.
Sorry to
Bayon-
come up with some stuff to give me. It
You're
just
good.
be like,
This is the
no
Write
place
it
like
down.
Bayon. Shand, visit again soon. Fucking that.
So in Bayon, give me a quick. These are all probably going to be diplomacy checks for gathering information while you're there. We'll do diplomacy and perception. Unfortunately,
okay.
none of them are going to be in a forest. So diplomacy first. The time doesn't matter, and then perception.
Yeah, look at that
3.
diplomacy. So beautiful.
24.
Nice. So you have trouble trying to articulate what you're looking for. You're like, yeah, just like knickknacks and stuff. I'm trying to like take a thing back because I'm in Saigon, and I want a thing from here. They're just like, we grow rice. Like, what are you talking about? But so you have trouble kind of articulating it. Instead, you mostly spend it looking around. In Bayon, the most this is from this place thing you can find is literally a small like wooden plaque that someone has like burned the like crest of the city onto, and in quotes it says, "We grow rice here."
I buy
I
it.
love it.
I'm just gonna give this to Eli because you're Mr. Diplomacy Man.
Yeah.
The thing that you'll kind of find out is that quote is sort of an inside joke for the people of this city. They're more of like a hunting culture. They get like pelts and other things. They do grow rice. They don't grow a lot, and they don't sell it. It's just supplements what they have, so they're not like known for growing rice. It's just the thing that they technically do.
I like
but
that.
it's not
That's
like
great.
their thing. So, but either way, so yeah, Sam, you get that little wooden plaque. It's gonna cost you like we'll say 6 copper. It's like this big. It's not like huge or anything.
I can math. I was like,
I don't blame
5 copper,
Press X to doubt.
9 gold, 8, 9 silver. I was like, 8 silver, 15 copper. Yeah, It's like, no. That was straight up. My brain was like, I don't know. Okay, no, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, I bought it.
Neat. Okay.
I bite it.
I did my secret roll already. I just don't. Cherrywood.
He's like, what?
So I already secret rolled nothing between Bayon and Shand.
Woohoo!
So you get to Shand I need another diplomacy and a perception from you. I would allow Eli to aid, but I think it's more fun that you have to.
Yeah, that's why I didn't even offer to
agree.
aid, because I would have offered, but I think it's more fun to watch him struggle.
I'll remember this when y'all make saving throws. How dare you?
I'm not trained in diplomacy either, so it would be foolish
That's
of me
better.
to try and aid you.
A 12, okay.
I have a 0 charisma. I don't know what yours is.
Okay.
I think it's
So
just
12
one.
and a 27. So, one of the things.
Yeah, it is just one.
You realize as you're kind of asking around what sort of things you get from Shand, and people are like pointing out stuff that's like it's not particularly noteworthy. It's a big city, so there's like all sorts of like restaurants and other things there, but you don't want to like try to take food back or take her like a thing from a restaurant and be like, yeah, we ate here, it was delicious, and you can't have any because you didn't go. Like that's not a good gift either.
Yeah.
And someone brings up, they're like, well, some of the champion team from the Spirits Path tournament. They're from here. It's the Markham's daughter, or his granddaughter, or his daughter. Yeah. What's her name? Casimira. She lives here, and those people have started trying to make some like things to commemorate that. And so they're kind of talking.
I thought
about it.
I bet she loves that.
I thought she lived in Bayon. Oh wait, where did they
No,
live?
lives in Shand.
Sean.
Sean.
Lives in
Oh.
Sean.
Yeah, we're in Shand right now.
You're in
Oh, okay.
Shand now. And you got your Bayon thing already.
Oh.
That
We're
was
gonna
the plaque.
stop for dinner there too.
The plaque was the Bayon thing.
Mhm.
So you're able to find like a few different things that seem to like commemorate the Spirits Path tournament. You see like somebody's made like a small like clay sculpture that's been like fired and everything. That has like
Is it a good
some kind
likeness?
of- it doesn't actually have Casimira on it. It
Boo!
looks like it's like a stand that has like a spear, and it has the names of the people on the team in it. It doesn't have like a likeness because she would like stand still for that, and so she doesn't want to do that.
Yeah.
know?
Color me shocked.
You find some of those. You do find a few plaques that like have like the date and like the family crest for like the Markham family, like names of the team and stuff like that. You just like find a few things like that. Is there any sort of thing you're looking for that you want to bring?
Something I can embarrass her by signing, or having Casimir sign it.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. So like
Yeah.
a figure with
That's what I was thinking.
Hey,
Like,
sign
hey,
this, please.
sign this for my friend.
and like the
So-
rest of it has like a background of her team like by her, and just autograph on the bottom part of it.
So you let me see. That's 27 perception. So yeah, you're able to find an artist who has been making actual like art drafts and things of. They're not always the same. They're not paintings either. They're like it's like you see there's some in charcoal. There's some that are like wood burned. Even like they seem to be pretty multi-talented. But you see that they have like a lot of things that seem to commemorate the moment. They're all different. Like they don't seem to be like rapidly producing the same picture over and over. But you do see one that probably catches your eye, which is one that it shows Casimira and the other two members of the team. It's like almost capturing the moment of when they entered the town again. Well, they're like on their horses, and she's got like a big smile on her face, which you usually don't see. And like the other two are kind of like having like their hands up in the air and stuff. And there's like a bunch of people around, but of course, like the artist they've glamorized it even like a little bit more. So Casimir is like she's an attractive woman conventionally. She looks even more like romanticized in the picture, just like the other two do. Like so, Rahala like looks fucking great in this picture. The half-Rakag woman whose name slips my mind off at the moment, it like looks fucking awesome. Like Rahala just sees it, and she's like, ooh, my good side. But like, yeah, Casimir looks like extra glamorous in it.
Cinderoon.
Sindarin, yes, yeah.
It does make your butt look good. Your backside. I'm joking. Don't hit me. Please.
Well, it's not that picture, thank you.
Anyways.
Though if he's looking for a model, guys like
I mean,
in the middle
yes,
of sketching
cool,
something,
she
he
could.
like looks up, huh? Oh,
Who are you?
So he's like,
Who are you?
Valhalla. He's like, oh, you're one of the. Oh wow, hi, hello. Did you want to buy anything? He's like looking super hopeful.
I mean, I'm buying
Elbow
this.
Sam. Did you want to buy anything? Just elbow him hard. Be like, yes.
Oh yeah, that one's my favorite actually. Okay. Look at my prices. This charcoal, it's protected. It won't get wet or anything. I had someone put like an enchantment on it because it's so wet out here. It's hard to work with charcoal. So that one is, it's 2 gold. Is that okay?
Okay.
Yes.
No.
Thank you. Dude,
Give him a tip. He's an artist.
That pick up.
There's some real world bias seeping in there. Just a
Absolutely.
little.
Well, that in my family is craftsmen, so
Yeah, sure. I'm just saying.
mhm,
Look, I have no problem. I'd like to feed artists.
right? I think this whole group would be partial or biased toward
Yeah. As someone who's a terrible artist, I like to make sure artists have food.
Well, you didn't congratulate me on how much wool I shoot, so I don't understand why you weren't. That is an art form, if I do say so myself.
Apparently, you are the only person who says so. Yes.
It's in a wool sculpture in the bag.
I have needle felted this plush doll of Rahala without her knowing.
Don't worry, it's only 1% of your hair. So
Yeah.
The rest is all Ginger's hair.
oh,
Oh
but,
man.
yeah, he looks like hella excited. You pay him the 2 gold.
Yeah, not 3. Yeah.
Oh, sweet, thank you. Really appreciate it. There's on like the back inner side is where my signature is. I put that on all my work, but it's small. So if you want to like have other people sign it or something, he's like glancing at Rahala as he says this.
Yeah.
Then yeah, there's plenty of room.
Yeah, we're gonna go see the Markhams in a little bit. See if Casimir will sign it. This is actually a gift for one of our friends who can come with us.
Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. You get to just go talk to
That Truth Bomb
Markhams.
doesn't like. Wait, what?
He's
Yeah, I know
you just
them.
get to just go talk to the Markhams. That's wow, yeah.
That's a
no
thing
wonder.
that normal people do, of course.
yeah, of course.
So you
Of course,
don't
I'm going to
have
show
anything
this to
else
her
either?
as well. So maybe she'll have to come by and talk, or at least look at some of the wares, make sure they're all up to her standard.
I don't know how much she likes art.
Not very much.
Yeah, Lamia just staring at you with
And,
kind of not disgust,
good.
but like exasperation.
I'm messing with you. I'm not going to tell her to come visit unless you want me to. If she says, "Oh, it's amazing, it's so good," I will tell her. If she's like, "Please get it away from me," I will not tell her.
Yeah, that'd be good. She's a lot tougher than I am. And Rahala's like, she likes art. She just doesn't like having all the attention on her and everything. Sure, she'll love it. She just won't tell us. Me, on the
I
other
mean, that's
hand,
very true. She definitely won't tell us.
I absolutely adore the limelight. I will meet you.
How many are you gonna buy?
I'll meet you back at the Markham Manor.
She's going to buy everything. She's going to buy all of it.
You just see her like kind of lean onto the desk, and she's like, I would be absolutely honored to model for a few different pieces for you. I've got some ideas. And he's like, oh, okay.
Oh.
this interaction went very different than he was expecting.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you guys head back to the Markham Manor.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. So yeah, you guys get back. Just for the sake of brevity, we'll say, yeah, obviously they're all like happy to see you. You get the usual greeting, and they're like, "Hey, who are these strangers?" and like all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they immediately start plying you with food and new trinkets that have already been received and gifts from other people, and you're pretty quickly wrapped up in whatever you wanted to be wrapped up in for the moment of like, I got this other cool coin. Somebody sent me. It's part of a collection. Like, ooh, neat. We found a giant coin. But we'll say there's some interaction there. So Sam, how do you want to approach Casimira with this charcoal, this enchanted charcoal drawing you have?
Well, I'll walk up to her holding it and say, "Hey, do you know I actually found some harpy eggs and we're gonna try to raise them. Will you sign this for me?" Yeah.
I love your method of like subversion.
Just completely different subjects that are crazily insane.
Like, she looks like she got fucking flashbanged. Like, she just walk up, she like blinks a couple times, she goes, "What? Who's that a painting? Oh no, where did you get that?"
In town. No, they're actually. We're gonna try and make him good. You have to sign the back of it, Willie. I don't think harpies will be too hard to raise, because we're a good family. Yeah, not too big. I'm gonna have her haul us on too. But yeah.
Cinderella around anywhere?
Cinderella is still around. She's not in the house. She went out to Tavern for a while.
Oh man!
I'm gonna find out who made this.
I mean,
there's a signature
name on the back,
isn't there?
I very like.
I mean, he's an artist.
As I
so
put my hand over his signature,
his signature will still be undecipherable.
He's a big fan. Very nice man. He seems very dedicated to his work on dictating.
No.
I don't know what you're
Tributing.
trying to use, man.
Tributing. Depicting your
okay.
Not dictate, but the other thing. Your triumph of the games.
She like takes it for a second and is just looking at it.
It's also for one of my friends that couldn't come with us.
It's from a he, all right. Why did he make my boobs bigger? Like, why?
I mean,
I am in
I'm in
character,
armor.
by the
It
way.
doesn't.
and he made your feet smaller.
God.
I'm upset that you noticed that.
This is not Rob Liefeld art.
Oh
And
god.
look how many pouches he gave you.
God.
And my face, I look like I have makeup on, and like my hair's not quite that long, and it wasn't when I first got here before my haircut. This is.
Have you ever seen paintings of nobility? Like they
I
never have
hate
blemishes.
I have
Yeah.
paintings. I am nobility, Sam.
Well, not to me.
Not to me. Oh.
Thank you. I guess it's
Eli is
pretty good
struggling to
otherwise.
not pee his pants. Laughing at you guys.
There's a plant over there. That's what I've been using.
I was really hoping people would skip over this in a couple of days. She goes and gets like a quill and ink.
Just an unhinged random statement that I've been peeing in this house the whole time.
This is really appreciated, actually.
That's
Hattie
in my
really
stars.
wanted to come and be
Just
part
so
of the
you know.
tournament,
Yeah.
but she wasn't allowed
Hattie?
to.
I don't,
Yeah.
Is that who I'm
She's a
making
good
this
friend
out
of
to?
ours. Yeah.
Because I guess I do that now. To Hattie from Casimira.
We'll have to
That'll
bring her
be
back
fine.
this way next time to see y'all. She's
Smiley face.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
that'd be great.
Okay. Looks good. I should just smudge this whole thing. Here you go.
I paid 3 gold for that. Well, I paid 2 gold for that, and I gave him a gold because he did such a good job.
Oh, God.
It's good to show your support, and I guess I can't be too mad. Yeah, Sindarin's at the... I don't know which one she went to. I think she's partial to the Silver Chalice.
I'll
now
hit
that
that
she
up.
has money.
See if I can get at least all the signatures.
Okay.
Thank you again.
Yeah.
No problem.
Where's my bestie at? Is he brooding somewhere?
Oh, Miles. No. Well, you definitely got a chance to meet Miles. I don't know if there's any particular RP you wanted to have with him.
I mean, I'm just gonna say that I give him a bro hug, and
Yeah. He would have definitely come to see you. And proceeds to give Casimir crap after you guys are heading out. He's just like, yeah, that's what it's like being a celebrity, you know?
Your
I
audio
remember
is
winning-
flipping, Patrick.
I remember winning tournaments. I can't do anything about it, guys.
Oh, I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
It's wild.
it'll clear up in like
So I'm
30
saying
seconds.
I can't understand some of what you're saying. Is why
And
I bring
from
that up.
what Ellie said, like way earlier when it was happening, she didn't notice anything. So
Yeah,
So
but
it'll be
I'm
fine.
saying I can't understand you. Is why I'm saying something, not because of that. It's I don't know what you said.
Well, he says he remembers being in tournaments and being a celebrity, and yeah, it takes some getting used to, and she's just walking away trying to ignore him.
Take some getting used to. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Is it still being wonky? What's going on?
It's still being wonky, but I could understand you that time. It's less wonky.
Yeah.
It's just like this. Well, I didn't change that much, so I don't know why the fuck it's freaking out.
In the meantime, I found out something weird about this little embosser that I have. That I was screwing with it. Yeah, you can take it apart.
yeah,
That should
Now I have those little
maybe that'll help.
things.
I have no idea if that's gonna help or not, but I did a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand you better.
Yeah.
It's not one thing; it's another.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll see if I can go get her signature. The
Daily
button.
struggle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you head to the Silver Chalice. You find that she is there. You find she's just sitting like at the kind of bar area of it. She has like a plate of food sitting there. Several tankards, most of them are empty. There is a table of like people, various races and genders that are all kind of sitting there sulking. And like somebody else like goes over there and like sits down, and they kind of just like this like disappointed look on their face, and someone else is just kind of sitting there like, you bought her a drink too, yeah, it's not going anywhere. And I guess she's like, fuck, I don't know. But you see her over there.
Well, I have a secret weapon on my side.
I think there was a redemption thing.
What?
I don't see a redemption.
Well, Ellie
There's a max.
said
Oh,
David.
she tried, but it's maxed. Yeah, we've had too many today.
Okay.
You'll get them next time.
Yeah.
Next time, Gadget. Next time.
Yeah. Oh, she did it
Nope,
anyway.
now you gotta say something nice
Okay.
about yourself.
Man, what to say? I would like to say I am a fairly patient and understanding person most of the time, and I do a decent job of attempting to look at things from other people's perspectives before I jump to conclusions. There you
But do you believe that? No, I'm kidding.
go. I believe it enough to say it, so that's
Right.
one thing.
That's the test.
Yep.
There you go. So cool, Sam. How do you approach? And is the rest of the peanut gallery with you? Rahala is.
Oh,
not.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna watch what happens.
Okay.
Lamia would be with you.
Okay.
I've come to observe.
Oh, are people trying to woo you with ale?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, I might try something like that in a minute, or at least congratulate you. But no,
Why?
I have this, and I'm going to show her the charcoal thing. And I've already
Oh.
got 2 signatures, and this is for a dear friend of mine back in Saigon. I'm getting her gifts along the way, and I would be deeply honored if you would sign it for me. For her.
takes it. I like this. It's a good depiction. Casimir signed it?
Yeah, she
It
was
took
quite
some-
upset.
It took some misleading and misdirection about other things.
Look at her. Oh, she looks so glamorous. She's going to hate it.
She did.
It's my favorite. I will say it.
You might be able to commission another one from the gentleman in town. He seems to be doing several different works. There was not a duplicate of this one.
Tell me where he is. I will have a new one made every week. Until I run
I'll
out
give
of
her a
my
rough-
tournament money.
I'll give her a brief description of where I found him.
Yeah, it's easy enough. Just like, hey, out in this corner, yada yada yada, and then she signs it. It's just her signature it's her name. You said it like to Hattie, and then it says to Hattie, and then she like draws in like what looks like just like a flexing arm.
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
And hands it back to you. That was fun.
Now-
Thank you.
I've been saving this to try and replicate it, but it is
Oh.
one of my most treasured items.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, this
You
is the
are
rule.
trying to woo her.
The
This is the
woo-
last of the last of the storm.
It's called the Storm.
Yeah, we've been trying to recreate it. I've been working hard on it. I have all my notes. Really, it's just going to be a long, tedious process of mixing several thousands of golds worth of drinks together to try and recreate it. I think, but shot glass, because I assume that's all that's left.
So yeah, the bartender sees. He goes, "Hey, no outside drinks for non-heroes." He just kind of like taps her arm
Gold.
and ignores you.
Gold.
Well, if you put a gold on the counter, he does take it. But
Yeah.
So she pours it into the shot glass, sniffs it. Smells interesting. And you don't know what it is other than booze?
Well, we know I don't have my notes. I have storm notes somewhere, but I'll see. It all has
Gin.
like high quality. This. Really,
Herb
it's-
of some kind.
Yeah. Telling y'all that.
Oh no.
Uh-oh, you froze.
No, I lost
Oh,
Brandon
me?
now. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, you're good now. You're good now.
Okay. That was weird.
I heard.
Yeah,
I'm
you really
telling
just have
y'all
to taste
that,
it.
and then it stopped. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Or telling y'all that doesn't
God,
help.
shit.
You really have to taste it. How drunk is she? Can she even taste stuff?
Oh my god.
She does not seem. She seems a little buzzed. Yeah.
Oh, Buzz, yeah.
One second. Fixing things, even though it's his end of session. Okay. So yeah, she takes it and she smells it a little bit. She seems like kind of be thinking over it for a second, and then just slowly puts it back. She sets the glass down. She sits there for a minute. You can tell she's just thinking. And she goes,
I pull out my notes.
and that was all of it?
The last of it, yes.
Okay. Wow.
At least for now.
I am not good for give tasting notes.
That's fine.
It is good. It is really good. I think I taste smokiness, like burnt wood, but in a good way.
Yeah, we've gotten that before. We think it's from some kind of high quality whiskey or something
Oh.
like that.
It's not a lot. It's not too much. It's a little bit, and it's still there. And it's like a sweetness, but it's not too much sweet. It's not sugar. It's very good. I'm sad now. It's all there is.
Well, let's say on top of all the prize money, you get that final reward, I guess.
Okay. Say I am wooed. What can you say?
Oh.
That was kind of a joke, but I mean, if you are interested, we can exchange mail.
This is the panic. Like, I never thought I'd get this far.
Yeah.
Moment.
Right?
I'm not usually this forward.
It's a good thing with Ulu women, just so you know.
Oh. Guys, I might stay here tonight instead of at the house.
I don't think we
Mix.
can stay here.
Oh. Where are you
It's a
staying?
tavern. She like points in the direction of the Markham estate.
Oh, okay.
The same place we're staying.
Okay, good.
Usually, it is very select men that I like.
I am lucky.
You made selection.
I don't use that line very often.
You don't use any line very often.
Sit, drink for a while. We
All right.
need to catch up.
Oh, God.
She looks Are you joining? Drinking, not other things.
Immediate
no,
panic on
It'd probably be a bad idea if I drank. I'm gonna go find Rahala.
That makes me more tempted for you to drink.
You guys
It's
have a
okay.
great night.
What about Eli?
I just pull up a stool. I'm gonna watch this. First round's on me. After that, you guys buy on your own.
Okay, so obviously fast play, kind of fade to black for whatever that next portion is. Sam, I am gonna have you roll a fortitude save. This is for the drinking. We're not making checks and things for naughty times. That's weird. But,
Oh gosh.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Fade to black is the best way to do
It wasn't a natural one. That's all that matters.
That's what matters. Huh?
So yeah, we have our fade to black moment there. But Sam, the next morning when you wake up, you have a fucking horrible hangover. You don't even remember how much exactly you drank. You know your last memory of being in the tavern was that you were still drinking. And that's a bad sign.
Oh no.
But you're not in your room, which is a good sign.
This is a good sign.
And you're not in a foreign room you don't recognize, which is a better sign. You are in the Markham Manor.
I'm in the bathtub full of ice.
And you have Sindarin is also in the room with you. She's obviously awake as well. She doesn't seem to have any kind of hangover. She's not a morning person. That's the only other thing.
Somehow
Wow.
Sam wakes up in Mexico missing one of his kidneys.
And
We heard he was lucky.
I didn't know we had an equivalent to
Kidneys.
Mexico.
Oh wait, no, hold on.
No, actual Mexico. That's how drunk he got. He ended up in actual
Oh,
Mexico.
okay.
He left Hayethe and he ended up in actual Mexico.
when you're like kind of waking up like, and like you see that she's like kind of getting like her stuff on and everything, and she just like she goes, "Oh, you're awake." She like kind of pats your knee and is like, "'Twas a good time."
Oh. Okay, good. I kind of wish that was an actual one, because then I could have re-rolled it. But
Right?
And then you would have won the snail
yeah, I
poll
would have
today.
won. Yeah.
And
Sorry
she
for
kinda,
making us go over with RP, but yeah.
She kind of like
Nah.
does like a soft punch to the shoulder, says, "Have a good rest of your day," and she will leave.
I
There's
gotta
like
go get
that
hangover.
very
too.
like, "This is kind of it. I hope you're not getting attached" sort of conversations.
Oh.
Oh.
Um,
Yeah.
but she's trying.
Understandable.
It's like an awkward moment, but she's like trying to be like, "Hey, no, we're still cool. Like that's all."
Yeah.
But yeah, and
No uppies?
She'll head out of the room.
Puppies.
Oh, Jesus.
You're not that small.
You're what, 5'7"?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
The bigger the girl, the bigger the uppies. No,
Yeah, she's not real. Like, she's not like completely hetero, you know. But
yeah, okay.
hey, we'll say you had a nice time. You had a nice time.
Yeah.
I'm not
You
gonna give
succeeded
you
where
any,
many other people failed.
I'm not gonna give you any like negatives for the hangover or anything like that. You had bad time drinking, good time otherwise. We'll say they cancel out.
Yeah.
And then we'll end off. You guys have you say your long ass farewells again to the Markham family, and head out on your way. You got 2 souvenirs yet now. Next session, which will not be next week but the week after, next session we'll figure out what you get from Balan and Curran.
There is one thing real quick.
Go ahead.
Is Clint having to face against like being sued by the Markham family or anything?
You mean the
Never comes up.
Dorat family?
The
Or Dorat,
family.
sorry. Yeah,
he's
sorry.
Markham.
They're the Markham family.
Yeah.
That'd be silly suing themselves.
The Hearth is Modric, the family name is
Yeah.
Dorat. Yeah. It doesn't come up. Nobody says anything about it. What do you like ask? Are you like asking specifically if like, hey, did you get in any legal trouble with the Dorats or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm just curious because I want to know if there's like potentially a link from that way, or if not.
I like how so much more invested you are in me being sued than I am. it's kind of hilarious.
Phoenix Wright is one of my
Someone's gotta
favorite
be.
games.
Yeah, that's not a lawsuit. That's murder. That's different. Also, you want to have a good Phoenix Wright like murder trial? I'm your guy. I'll be my own lawyer. Legal trouble, Mayor's gonna handle it. I'm not worried about it. That's why I'm so not worried about it because I have Mayor.
But yeah,
What
I'm
exactly
just
is a grit?
curious because there's sometimes a lot of linking parts that I didn't think that would be linked. If I
are
asked,
not.
okay, thank
They're
you.
not. Do you go see Han again?
I don't. Oh. No.
That's fine. We weren't going to handle that tonight either. So that's fine. So we'll see what other souvenirs you collect on your way back to Saikon next session, and we'll have your little homecoming back to the office. But cool. Let's go ahead and hit the away screen and figure out who we're gonna raid.
All right, this is the perfect time to plug all of the
Your phone's in, so they charge overnight.
Well, I mean, you should do that too. But we have a Discord. There is a link to that you can come and share your stars and wishes, which is things you loved about the session, things you want to see more of, or things you're excited about in the future. We have a whole part for that. We also have tons of other channels where you can share whatever the heck you want to be a part of the community. We have a Patreon that we would love if you would join and support, which has a lot of cool extra features. We're going to have...
when are you posting the
New
next
stuff next month?
Yeah, that's
next
what
month?
we're
Okay.
New
so
stuff next month.
we have meetups every month for a certain tier. We are also going to have more content. We're going to have a review podcast and some work with the Making a TTRPG. That's all moved to Patreon, and that's all coming next month, starting in February for everybody. And bunch of other cool stuff on the Patreon. So check that out.
Don't forget to watch the video, everybody.
What video?
The TikTok video, but
Oh yeah, that.
Oh, yeah,
but
the
also,
thing.
Panda has a podcast on there. Don't sleep to it though. It's great.
Against the law. My law.
And then we've also got a YouTube where all the replays go up on Mondays, so you can watch this again on Monday or last week's. It posted yesterday, but yeah, all that.
Yeah.
Plus
For
the
some
other
of you,
social
I will see
medias.
you tomorrow.
It's all unnatural_1s. There you go.